This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast, or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
At Cameron Stadium, and we're ready for a city class showdown as the countdown to kickoff from 1 hour is on the way. Of course, right here at Cameron Stadium alongside Jay Burke is Chris Coast from what used to be Coast Audio Video is now Coast Technology Group, and you are one of our title state sponsors throughout the entire network, and we appreciate that. But we also wanted to bring you on camera to talk a little bit about how you've expanded in just a short period of time, because I think that's why your name changed to Coast Technology Group, because they thought, well, you guys are just audio-video guys. That's it, right?
That's right. We started out as an audio-video company. I can see my old office window over there at the Cetus building. But, yeah, so Coast Audio Video has kind of morphed into Coast Technology Group. We've got teams here in Lawton, in Norman, and now Bentonville, Arkansas. We focus on IT, surveillance, security, and audio-video. And it's football season. Can you tell?
Yes.
We have been busy with the new auditoriums here at Lawton Public Schools. We've done all those, revised them from 50-year-old audio-video systems. We just finished Plainview Football Stadium.
And that's where the Cash Bulldogs are playing tonight, and you can catch that on the Oklahoma Sports Network as well.
So excited to be here, excited for football season to be here. But I tell you, if you got education facilities, house of worship, churches, schools, K through 12, a university, or you want to have a man cave, a home theater,
I like that.
We're your one-stop shop.
Okay, and a phone number or website where we can go?
CoastAudioVideo.com. It's fixing to change to Coast Technology Group.
All right.
And then 580-357-4482.
Right. Great sponsors of the Oklahoma Sports Network. Hey, we got the countdown to kickoff continues with the keys to the game coming up next from Cameron Stadium right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Hi, Jay Burke here with some great news. J&J Burke Heating and Air has joined forces with 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, the largest home services company in North America. We're now J&J Burke 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, and that means even better service, better pricing, and better warranties for you. Our trucks will look different and our name is a little longer, but our commitment to you hasn't changed. I'm Jay Burke with J&J Burke 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, and you can still count on me.
Crystal Miller CPA has been serving Lawton and the surrounding areas for the last 12 years, offering tax preparations from the simple to complex financial statement preparations for business and payroll service to keep your business running smooth. Crystal's sign company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Aero Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal deals signed for you while using materials at the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 19. Crystal Miller CPA has been serving Lawton and the surrounding areas for the last 12 years, offering tax preparations from the simple to complex financial statement preparations for business and payroll service to keep your business running smooth. Crystal's team also offers business operation consulting to help new businesses get started. Call and set up your appointment today. Crystal Miller CPA, 581-0970, located at the Eagles Landing at 11th and B Avenue in Lawton.
Back here at Cameron Stadium, the countdown to kickoff from 1 hour continues. It's Macarthur and Lawton High for what could be a city championship. The Macarthur Highlanders already took out the Eisenhower Eagles last week in week 1. Lawton High has to play the other two, so whoever wins tonight is in that position for the General's Trophy, which is a traveling trophy, and for the last 5 years has been out over at Lawton High. And Macarthur would like to have that travel out east, Jay, as our Keys to the Game by the Orchard Group. In fact, if your key to financial success is with Morgan Stanley, so give them a call for some free financial advice or maybe some advisory for retirements and other things for all of your financial needs. They can get you taken care of. So our keys to the game, Jay, I'll let you start out because I think is what Coach reiterated at the half and at the coaches show on Tuesday and what he'll talk about tonight.
And I missed the coaches show, so I'm just going to go on a limb here. But if I'm him, I'm saying we got to hang on to the football. We can't turn the ball over, and we got to take. Whenever we get an opportunity, you have 3 or 4 opportunities to score last week, and we didn't do it because we turned the ball over so many times. You can't do that in a game like this. This is you talk about huge rivalry. Now this is huge because you want that trophy to come back to the east side. So, and it's not nearly as hot tonight. We have a breeze tonight. Things are a little bit more comfortable. So I believe this is going to be one heck of a football game. Well,
and that's what we thought about last week, and it turned out to be. In fact, you thought, well, one team was going to run away with it when Macarthur got up 15-0, and then it was 15-14. So it's kind of one of these games back and forths. As momentum. It's going to be turnovers, like you said, and who can really balance that out. So the keys for the Macarthur Highlanders, I think, is ball control. Really, they're going to have to really seize the opportunity to try to grind it out now that they've got Isaiah Gray. We'll put up a little stat up here with Isaiah Gray and what he did last week, averaging 6 yards a carry, over 4 touchdowns in the end zone. And then on the other side, Lawton High, a running back. They always have running backs that come out of nowhere that they weren't even planning on.
Running
that
back
put
you?
on a show. I mean, a show last week against the Duncan Demons. And right next to you, we got Jack Hanna calling the game along with Rylan Stiles on the Oklahoma Sports Network for the Lawton High Wolverines. What is your prediction for an outcome tonight?
I think it's going to be a close ball game. Traditionally, in the last 5, 6, 10 years, even you go back that far, it's been less than 10 points, 12 points. I think it's going to be a 6-point ball game. And everybody asks me who do you think is going to win. I said, it's tough for me to say who's going to win because I think it's going to be that.
Are you running for politics?
No,
the mayor's race is going to be coming up.
I'm not trying to be on the fence, but I think it's going to be a really, really a tight ball game. It could go either way. Lawton High, you're talking about keys of the game. Last week was kind of taxed on penalties. I think I recall they had 5 face mask calls, so they're going to eliminate the penalties and just be consistent. As they got later on in the game, they started playing really consistent. Offensive line started doing really well, and then dominated the rest of the game. So consistency and eliminate the penalties are the keys to my game.
And one of the things I'll say for Facebook viewers, and I know we're on the Macarthur channel right now, some people are chiming in and says, hey, I got to go somewhere else because, this is all one-sided. I will apologize. Yes, you're watching the Macarthur feed. If you want to get the Lawton Highs perspective, then you just go to oksportsnet.com, click on the Lawton High channel, and you'll get nothing but Wolverines. So we've got 10 games in action tonight at 7 o'clock across the great state of Oklahoma, and you can catch most of all of our 10 on the Oklahoma Sports Network, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and 3 of them are on Facebook Live, which will be Carl Albert in Del City, Cache in Plainview, and this one right here at Cameron Stadium, Macarthur and Lawton High. We're about 22 minutes before we kick this one off. You have plenty of time to come here yourself and watch this live in person or watch in the comforts of your home or on the go. We'll be back right after this with Coach's comments right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Bar S Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Becker Raybon Funeral Home has been serving the funeral needs of Southwest Oklahoma since 1940 and is owned by the Raybon family. We believe family ownership makes a great difference in the care and service your family receives. Their staff is eager to find ways to assist you. Whether it's with live streaming or benefit assistance, we can help. When it comes to measuring personal levels of service, there are other funeral homes, and then there is ours. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, 1502 Fort Sill Boulevard.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Bar S Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
At Bill Miller and Noble Heating and Air Conditioning, we take pride in our quality air conditioner and heater repair and replacement services, as well as providing the highest customer satisfaction. Bill Miller and Noble Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving Lawton and the surrounding area for over 25 years. We have the knowledge, equipment, and trained technicians to take care of all your heating and cooling needs. Give us a call. Bill Miller and Noble Heating and Air, 355-1811.
Becker Raybon Funeral Home has been serving the funeral needs of Bridges and Buckner Dentistry at 1802 Northwest 52nd Street has over 32 years of combined experience. They serve Southwest Oklahoma for implant placement and final restorations using guided surgery and CEREC technology. This enables them to do same-day crowns in the office. Call to set up your appointment today or visit them online at bridgesandbucknerdentistry.com.
Week 2 of the Coaches Show, and first off, we always get your reflections of the previous week. So, how did Week 1 fare for you when you broke down film against Eisenhower?
Well, you know, obviously the best thing is we got to win, and that's really important. Always want to win that first game, start off on a good foot, and you know, to be able to win against a city rival is a big deal. So we're really happy with the win. As far as the film goes, it was a first game. We made a lot of mistakes that we're trying to correct. And hopefully we'll get that done this week. But I was really proud of our kids. I was proud of our effort, proud of the maturity we showed and the preparation leading up to it.
I know you mentioned turnovers. You mentioned that at the half. You mentioned in our coaches show. How does a coach, outside of saying, don't turn over the ball, what else do you do? I know it's a mental thing, and I'm sure they'll get it. It's the first game, but I don't think that you over-focus on it, I'm sure. But is that really the glaring thing that you took from week one?
Yeah, it is. We've got to take care of the ball, and like you said, that's something that has been a focus. It's always a focus. We just didn't get it done. But we work on it. We work on it every day about carrying that ball up high and tight, not low and loose. And when you get in a crowd, you tighten up and grab your wrist, and we have drills that we do, we're just continuing to do those drills and trying to emphasize that turning the ball over puts you in bad shape. And if you have 4 turnovers like we did, felt very fortunate that we were up by 2 touchdowns at halftime. We probably shouldn't have been with the way we played, but we were, and we did clean it up in the second half.
Well, it's very unique to start off your preseason, if you want to say, before your district with these 3 non-conference, non-district games. But they're against quality foes and your city foes outside of a trip to Enid, which we'll take next week. But you kind of go right into the fire. I mean, you get that one, and then you followed up with Lawton High. So what have you seen on them? You get a little bit of breakdown with an opponent that we'll see later on with a scrimmage with Ardmore, and then they take on another opponent that we'll see with the Duncan Demons. So that helps with film study. But what did you find out from Lawton High?
Well, Lawton High is they're a good team. They've got big linemen. They've got just a stable of running backs. I don't really think it matters who is in when it comes to their running backs. They're all strong. They're all fast. They've all got good balance and good vision. It's going to be tough. We faced a good back last week, and we're facing a good group of backs this week. And so Lawton High's a good team. Like they always are. It's a lot of times it's tough for us to match their athleticism. But I like where we are. I think we've got a chance.
So what is your breakdown of X's and O's of what do you think we have to do on both sides of the ball for tonight?
Obviously, we're going to have to tackle their running backs. That's the biggest part of their game is their running game, and we're going to have to stop their stretch and zone and counter. And I hope that we have a better game plan than we did last year. I think we do, and so that's the biggest deal for us defensively. Offensively, we're going to have to figure out how to get receivers open and be able to throw the ball, because just like their offense, their defense is really athletic too, and their secondary is athletic, and they've got the big guys in the middle that trying to plug up the gaps, and then all the athletes around them to run to the ball. So we're going to have to do a good job of getting receivers open and delivering the ball and making plays, and then of course establishing a run game too.
Now, we didn't really talk about, we didn't really see any injuries per se, but before we talk about any of the health-wise for us, I got to commend, you on your efforts for Summer Pride, because I really didn't see us go down with any cramping. And I was really fearful in game 1 with 4 quarters, with the humidity last week. I think that kind of reflects back to your Summer Pride conditioning.
Well, it does, and Coach Plunk does a great job. I mean, we all do Summer Pride, but he's the one that kind of designs it, and it's really important for us to be in shape. You're never in football shape unless you play some games, and there's no way to get around that. And we did have a few cramps. Didn't have a whole lot of guys on the field, but get to the sidelines, and we had a few guys need some plays to stretch out. But that's typical. It's typical of a first game. It's really typical of a second game too. I'm hoping that we can avoid that. And then cramps become fewer and fewer as the weeks pass. But I feel good about our conditioning. We've kind of changed the way we condition and practice. We don't run sprints anymore. We do more football related conditioning and try to condition in practice. Going full speed and having very upbeat hard practices, and that's kind of been more of our conditioning than lining up and running sprints. And so far, it seems to be pretty good.
And who has the rights to carry out the hammer for week number 2?
Yeah, Jonathan Love. He, he's a guy that has started on our defense before at outside backer. He started most of the last half of the season last year. We moved him to safety this year, and he made 16 tackles the other night. He played a great game, and really proud of him, for switching positions and learning it, and kind of becoming a defensive leader, and had a great night against Eisenhower.
So it's Lawton High and Macarthur. Macarthur, the home team this time, so we get to fill up on the home side as your countdown to kickoff, brought to you by 1 Hour, continues right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We come from different backgrounds, with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
Coast Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
And don't forget, we have Chief Meteorologist Austin Bowling each and every 7 o'clock each morning on the Facebook of the Oklahoma Sports Network and Oklahoma Live TV. So get a little rundown in the next 3 or 4 days with staff meteorologist Austin Bowling. So catch that 7 a.m. every day on both Oklahoma Sports Network and on Oklahoma Live TV. So welcome back to Cameron Stadium. Going to be a showdown, hopefully for the ages. And Jay, you have some of these games that you can reflect in. One that sticks out of my mind, and it wasn't Macarthur and Lawton High, it was Macarthur Eisenhower. And Macarthur was down and late, and I'll never forget the McKnight catch, and the 3 Eisenhower defenders collide, and they all take each other out like the Keystone Cops. McKnight's the only one standing left, and he races off all alone in the end zone to win it within less than a couple of minutes left to go in the game. It could be a matchup like that. You never can tell who's got the momentum, who doesn't turn over the ball. It's 9 minutes away from kickoff for week number 2 across the great state of Oklahoma.
Well, and this is the games you want to play early because, hey, this really shows what kind of team you're going to probably try to be all year. This kind of gives you your mojo. If you can win these first 2 and really go in strong, and then next week you go to Enid and
on the road.
I mean, these are big games. You're playing good football teams. Eisenhower's a good football team, and Lawton High is going to be a big foe tonight. Macarthur is just going to have to make sure they play their game and not play Lawton High's.
All right, let's give you your starting lineups, brought to you by Tracy Green Realtor, a motivated agent serving Elgin, Lawton, and Cache. Assistant buying and selling. Give her a call, 284-9364. That's 284-9364. Tracy Green. And your starting lineups. And let's first off go for the offensive starters for your Macarthur Highlanders. And it will really start up, we'll start off with our really offensive keys with our quarterbacks, wide receivers, and you'll kind of get that when you get Gage Graham, the junior, 5'11", 165-pound junior, followed by Isaiah Gray, which we said had about 6 yards per carry on his carries last week, and he had 4 touchdowns. We're going to see a lot of Isaiah Gray. Montez Edwards, and boy, he can make it special. He went deep, and he was all alone. He was gone on a streak play last week. Jordan Jeremiah, and then Clark Carlton. And then looking at Von Pope, and you loved 24 streaking across with a tight end streak right there. We'll see more of that. And then we got Logan Vernon. We've got these are the biggins, the big uglies. Kareem Ziegler, Caden Tabanama, Josh Santos, and Chris Maldonado is your starting center. And then let's go flip it on the other side for the defensive side of the ball. And we'll start off with Eperone Tato. And this is a team that uncharacteristically, even like for when we say the state championship run is basically we've got guys that aren't going two ways. Then you got Samuel Sanders. You mentioned him a little bit of what he's able to play on the defensive line. Then coming across, and we still got Jeremy Hutchinson on the D line, and you got some big support there. And then Von Pope. He is really the only Macarthur Highlander that plays both sides of the ball, believe it or not. And then Walker Blackman at linebacker coming on the outside. And then we've also got Devin Bush. And, you say that's what we say, guess who? We know who Devin Bush is, number 30 on the field. Alexander Bryce also handling at linebacker spots across, and then we're going to get into the outer edge with safeties and corners. We got Jonathan Love over there on one of our safety positions, and then we've got Dominique Collins, and we mentioned his name several times, number one, getting across out on the field on the defense. And then also Jaden McBroom, and McBroom trying to make things happen, and we see him in crowded spaces, and we were actually see him get to do what we need to when it comes to that. And then we've got finally Xavier Booth over there at corner. And that is your starting lineups, and it's brought to you in part by Tracy Green. Give her a call, 284-9364. Now let's go down to our coin toss, just in time to go down to Chris Burke, our sideline reporter, with 5:39 left to go. Jay, I know that you've coached. What do you tell your players?
Well, it's playtime.
I know, but you all call it. You tell heads or tails.
If it's Macarthur, I want the football.
I know, but what do you call? If you get a chance.
See, I haven't seen Lawton High play yet, other than just the first team. So I'm going to say I'm receiving.
Okay.
Pope from the United States Army.
So there is the introduction of the players from our head white cap.
Okay. Lawton High, you're the speaking captain. Okay, I got a coin here. It's going to be tails. I got a coin here. It's going to be heads. Okay. And what we're going to do, Senator, if you would. Flip it. We go ahead and let it hit the ground. Okay. Call it before he flips it. Okay. Go ahead. What did he call?
Heads. He called heads.
Gentlemen, it is tails.
It is tails.
Okay. MacArthur, you have won the toss.
So MacArthur is. Yeah. So MacArthur has won the coin toss. Has deferred to the second half, and that is your coin toss. So there you go, just like that. Coin toss is brought to you by Hop and Sack right across from Macarthur High. Of course, you can get in, get out, get on your way with fresh stuff from Hop and Sack, and that is really the Macarthur headquarters because it's like caddy corner. Which one do you say?
Caddy corner.
Caddy corner from Macarthur High. And so Lawton High will be getting the ball, and they're all white with red numbers. Let's go down to our Chris Burke, our sideline reporter. Chris, what's the atmosphere down there? What's the temperature like? You were a player once with the gold and green. What are you feeling like in a position like this?
Oh, well, it feels great down here. The energy's high. You can tell everybody's ready to go, kind of the quiet before the storm, and I'm anticipating a really good game.
All right, so any words to the wise? If you were in there giving a fire chat speech, what would you be telling these players?
Well, just tell them to treat all setbacks as temporary. You know, each team's going to have their success. You don't want to focus on that and lose all your momentum. And, you know, these games are really high emotions, and so you don't want to be too high at first and kind of fall off. You want to maintain that, and just it's a 4-quarter game and play all 4 quarters hard.
All right, so Chris Burke, sideline reporter, will get a lot more from you as the game progresses on. We've got 3 minutes before kickoff. You still have a little bit of time to get here to fill up the stands. There's plenty of room for you here at Cameron Stadium. We're ready. Where is it? It says even camo can't hide Mac Pride. There it is. So there, the bust through the banner here in a second. We'll take our timeout and be back to kick this one off right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Crowning Around in the Tux Room at 215 Southwest C Avenue in Lawton has been serving the surrounding area for the past 13 years. Specializing in prom, homecoming, and pageant dresses, plus budget bridesmaid dresses starting at $79. Plus, they are your headquarters for tux rentals for the individual or the entire group, with wedding packages starting at just $66. You can even shop the entire collection found online at crowningaround.com. Crowning Around in the Tux Room, 215 Southwest C Avenue.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
All right, back here at Cameron Stadium, even though we've got 1:38 left to go on the clock, we don't want to miss any of the action because I think everybody was ready. The officials are even on the field, and we know the Macarthur Highlanders have won the coin toss, has elected to defer, so they will be kicking off to the Lawton High Wolverines, and Wolverines will start on the east side of Cameron Stadium, traveling left to right on your TV screen. Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. That's where you can download us for free. Don't forget Facebook as well, and if you are watching on Facebook, like us there, follow us, because then you'll know what's up with the Oklahoma Sports Network, what games we've got, who we've got up, and we're ready to go. First quarter sponsor is brought to you by the Larry Bush Agency. Go Highlanders. Let this be your year. Of course, I think Daddy Bush, who played at OU and all the rest of that stuff, has something to say about son that's playing. And the Macarthur Highlanders.
And he didn't have the game he wants to have tonight. Last week, I promise you that.
That's true.
He was not on
especially
point.
Offensively, too. You know, he had that fumble, and then the thing is, so.
Well, defensively, he seemed to get caught up a lot into the crowd sometimes and get in the mix, and I think it was just a lot of first-game jitters. And you think that, you end up getting a seasoned player like him. Man, he's a player. I expect great things from him tonight.
So we're not going to wait for the final 16 seconds. We're just going to wait and let this get run off, where our kickoff is brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. Before and after the game, whether it be the cherry limeade, sweet tea, steak fingers, onion rings, and so much more. How about a sissy cheeseburger? Let's go to Wayne's. So the Macarthur Highlanders in their all-gold, dark pants and the green outline numbers. Lawton High in their all-whites with red numbers and red helmet. Ready to kick this one away. We got it official, and we're across the state of Oklahoma kicking off. And 10 in the network as it's received by Lawton High, taking the 25 to the 30, and then pushed right there as he gets back to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines.
Well, Mac needs to really play good defense here. And last week they really did. They had some really great moments on defense where they made some really good plays, and so they're going to have to step it up here tonight, because you're going to get a Lawton High offense that's going to try to strike hard and strike fast and go at you hard.
We're going to see the stretch plays, we're going to see the counter, and we're going to see one over the top. And that's primarily what you see from Lawton High. Hey, they don't make any bones about it. They just say, come stop it. So the Wolverines will start out a 1st and 10. Got a man in motion going to the far side of the field, picked up defensively. Going to be the stretch play on the far side. Hits the corner and gets only up to about the 35-yard line. But you say only, that's a 1st and 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, that's too much. You got to get across the line and make sure that guy turns, but he's got to turn it back up, or they'll run that all night long on you.
So right outside the 30 is where the Wolverines started, and a second down. Counter, and now it's stuffed. And that's what the doctor ordered. Get to see that here in instant replay from First Baptist East right there. That's what you say. Going to stick him.
That was a good job. That was number 60.
It's going to be a loss of a couple. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 right outside the 32-yard line with trips here on the near side. Straight back to pass, has all day to throw. Little outlet screen here, and it's going to get up to about the 35, 36-yard line, and that's not going to be enough for a first down, so it's going to be 4th down in a punting situation.
That was really good defense right there.
So the Wolverines go 3 and out after a first good carry right out of the gate and a 5-yard run, and then from there, handled by defensively as the Highlanders going to let this one roll right down to about the 26-yard line, almost the 25. I'll let that one go right there. So now this is where everybody gets to feel each other out. Who's where and who's doing what. So the Highlanders, about the same for the Wolverines setup, right outside their own 25-yard line, just underway here in the first quarter. 10-15 here in quarter number 1. Gage Graham in the shotgun formation. He'll look to pass, look to throw. Going to air this one out. Oh, and this is going to be picked off. Boy, that was well read in the secondary, and what we take about turnovers, the Lawton High Wolverines have set up shop right outside the MAC 45-yard line with the first throw, first pick. They knew they were going to go deep, and there it is, the first turnover of the night.
Yeah, that's ill-advised throw. They got 3 deep there.
Triple coverage.
Right into it.
So MAC tries to go deep to try to get downfield and throws the first interception of the ball game. Just underway. Both teams have had the ball one time, and we've got a downed Macarthur Highlander. So I think as they tend to him, we are going to take a timeout and be back right after this. You're watching Big Mac Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
My name is Mike Keybone, and I'm the pastor at First Baptist Church here in Lawton, downtown. And I just want to invite you to come and hang out with our family. There's a lot of chaos and a lot of junk that's going on in this world, but I know this. God loves you. He's got a place for you, and I think you ought to come check us out. You're loved, you belong, and you're always welcome at FBC Lawton.
Back to action as the Wolverines take the interception with a 4-yard carry to make it 2nd down and 6 right outside the Macarthur 41-yard line. Get a new play call. Hardy going to hand off, stretch to the far side of the field to Devin Simpson. Devin Simpson was the non-expected running back until week 1 against the Duncan Demons, and he really had a show that he was to put on. And they've not stopped ever since. Second game to find out a little bit about both teams. Bunched in tight on the far side of the field. Another handoff. Oh, he skirts past and off to the races. He will score 30, 20, 10, just like that into the end zone, and that's where he should have been wrapped up. And Devin Simpson, now as dangerous as he is, squeaks by with the first score tonight.
That's just, it really was just not very, very good tackling. I mean, they just
didn't wrap up and take down. And, you know, you had him initially, but you know what? Those running backs, you know, they keep their feet moving. So the swinging gate will come over, and there is the ring the bell, Big L, symbolically for every touchdown scored by the Lawton High Wolverines. So Devin Simpson scampers off after the interception for the Highlanders to put 6 on the board, and the PAT coming up. Ball down, kick up on its way, and this kick is good. It's a 7-0 strike. Lawton High after a turnover for the Macarthur. Only one play in the book, an INT, and that's been it. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bundle bakery favorites like a tasty apple fritter, sweet cinnamon roll, or blueberry muffin with any size soft drink or premium roast coffee for just $3.
Well, strike up the band as Coach Hatch, or well, he was a coach too, Larry Hatch, band director, striking it up. Try to say, let's get these Highlanders pumped up. They're down 7-0 after an INT, just an unexpected Gage Graham interception. And now our scoring recap is brought to you by City National Bank. Best in state banks, according to Forbes 2021. It was really a 3-play drive and a scamper off to Simpson for the Lawton High score. And your kickoff sponsor brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In. Hey, everyone. Let's go to Wayne's. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Going to get end over end. It's going to be deep and fielded at about the 3. Taken to the 5, looking for a lane.
There's a
found it at
space.
the 20, 25, 30. Still off to the race to the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. This will be a return for Gray. Here it is, Isaiah Gray. 10, 5. Touchdown, Macarthur!
Well, that's exactly what the doctor ordered, right? This kid's got some
He found a
wheels.
lane. He found a stream, and there it is. To answer all of what you didn't want to have happen, Isaiah Gray takes it for a 97-yard touchdown return from the 3-yard line to make it 7-6, and the PAT coming up. Wow.
That kid's
in
got
the
some wheels.
eyes of Jay Burke. Wow.
I knew it. I could see it opening up. I thought, here it goes.
Well, there's the lane, and then I'll say, okay, and then you already called it. He's gone, and he was not to be caught, not to be denied. A 97-yard kickoff return from Isaiah Gray, just kind of patting on from his 4 touchdowns from last week, and the PAT coming up. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick is good. We're all tied up at 7 apiece. We're just 8:37 left to go in the first quarter. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here's our target. We'll shoot an azimuth and head out. All in.
Great drill weekend, everyone. See y'all again next month.
In the Oklahoma Army National Guard, you don't have to choose between civilian and military lifestyle.
All right, scoring recap. We'll make it pretty quick by City National Bank because it was quick to the horse to the race, and there it is. Off to the races he was, and just like that, City National Bank, best in state banks according to Forbes 2021, 97-yard kickoff return by Isaiah Gray. We're all tied up at 7 apiece. Chris Burke, sideline reporter. Hey, what'd you think about those wheels?
I'll tell you what, Isaiah Gray caught that ball. made a good move, and then when he turned on the wheels, I'll tell you what, he can fly. He was gone. That was a great time for Macarthur to do that.
And kickoff sponsor brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In. Oh, and there's a muff right there at the 20-yard line. There's a scamper for it. It's still going to be Lawton High. And Macarthur trying to point that way to say we got it. So you see in the instant replay from First Baptist East right there, bam, and a collision, and then the ball comes out.
Well, the way the ball jumped, they were going to stand there for a second and look like it was going to go out of bounds. I'm thinking, you better get it. Or they will.
So 8:35 remain here in the first quarter. It's brought to you by the Larry Bush Agency. Go Highlanders. Let this be your year. For all your insurance needs, give Larry Bush Agency a call and a free quote today. Trips here on the near side. Back to Simpson. Right up the middle, up the gut. Found a space and a hole. And, man, you thought it was deja vu all over again, but he gets up to about the 30-yard line, but that will be enough for a 1st and 10, move the chains.
Well, we can't get caught up in the middle and then let him bounce out. It's just you've got to stay in your gap control. You've got to stay in lanes. You've got to make sure that you're in the right place.
So one play right outside the 20.
He jumps. Max shifts. He jumped all the way and fell flat on his face on the other side of the ball. He thought, oops, I wonder if they're going to see that I'm laying down over here. Yeah, we think so.
So we got a flag on the play.
False start.
Full start. Nice night for football. A little bit of a breeze. Fans are still starting to filter in on both sides. Macarthur, the home team this week. Don't forget, Lawton High and Eisenhower will clash next week here at Cameron Stadium. We, on the other hand, will have our first true road game. I know we were a road team last week against Eisenhower, but we'll go to Enid to take on the Plainsmen. Still same formation, trips on the far side.
That's a false
now.
start again.
There we go, and now.
That left guard just moved. That's a false start.
And I know Coach Bree's not going to be happy with that because we talked about penalties and turnovers in games like this. So a little bit of disorientation. And, hey, they said, settle down. We're okay. We're okay. I mean, it's like.
Oh, they're going to call offsides on us?
Oh, wow. Okay. A little sneaky there. Devarius Hardy, quarterback, 6'1", 183-pound junior. We'll survey the defense with trips here on the near side. Formation has been the same for the last 3. Straight back to pass, looking downfield. Comes out of the pocket, decides to run. On the run and throw to an empty. Pope was the only one standing back there.
Well, you're rolling right. That you don't throw it back to the middle because usually that means
that could be
that's bad news.
That could be 6.
It's bad news.
All right, I mean, it could be a pick. Yeah,
just throw it out over here on the coaches. Throw it up in the stands. We don't care.
Well, glad you could join us on the Oklahoma Sports Network. With 10 games in action right now. Simpson going to come stretch play on the near side. He has corralled die defense at about the 29. There's still another extra plunge of defenders that hit that.
Hey, he's trying to get free.
Right here, look at that.
He's got to keep going.
And that's what happened last time.
I'm not down.
Well, and he snuck out on a few of those, including a touchdown run.
Big third down here early in the game. 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 for the Wolverines, and we'll flip-flop and make it trips on the far side. Hardy.
Look for a screen here.
In the shotgun formation. He'll bring up Simpson right there, and they'll go empty. So a definite passing down here with 7:38 left to go here in the first. Straight back to pass.
There's the screen.
Outlet screen, and boy, he is hit right at the delivery, trying to go to Kobe Nichols on the far side of the field.
But see, that's not where Lawton High feels comfortable. You put them in an uncomfortable position at 3rd and 10. You don't see them making those long passes like that as long as you make them have to really feel uncomfortable and go empty backfield.
So it's going to be the first punting situation for either team tonight, and the Wolverines will take that back. No, their first series they had to punt. They went 3 and out. Oh, it's on the ground and then gets this one away with a little bit of duress. Gets a little Wolverine roll at about the 43-yard line, and that's where the Highlanders will set up shop with 7:21 left to go here in the first quarter, all tied up at 7.
That's less than 25 yards on net punt there, so that's not if you're Lawton High, that's not what you hoped for. Now, if I'm Mac, I'm still not scared to go up top, but I'm just not going up top into triple coverage.
Got an official's timeout. I don't know if he just wants them to have water. Is that, we see this early on in the season because there's nobody with equipment, and Whitecap's going to go over talk to Coach Manning. This was an official's timeout. We'll keep it here because I don't know how long this will be.
And they're doing that. They're doing that throughout the year. They're kind of calling these timeouts early on in the year, especially when it's hot. You don't want to
safety of players,
Yeah,
and early on like this, they're playing their hearts out. As you can see, 93 feels like 93, but we do have a little southeast wind at about 13 miles an hour. Thank you, JW. Producer on the spot, Caleb Sherham, camera, Chris Burke sideline, Jay Burke and myself, Eric Sherham, calling Macarthur Highlander football this year. That was a quick one. Come back and get ready. So, after the punt, Highlanders look for a new play call. Gage Graham will get that, move Isaiah behind him. It's a handoff to Isaiah, makes the one-man miss at the 45. Down to the 50, got flags on the play. Down to the 40, 35, 30, off to the races. He thinks he'll score in the end zone for a touchdown, but as you and I also see, a lot of laundry on the field, and we think it's coming back.
It definitely was a holding. It almost looked like a block in the back at first, and then he turns, and then I saw some shirts. So I hate to say this, but I think this is coming back.
As our Whitecap will indicate here, holding against Highlanders. So that's why I really didn't get out the Highlander yell, because didn't really need to do that. The 7:10 mark here of the first quarter, all tied up at 7 apiece. We've got Eisenhower and Altus. We'll give you updates as these scores will come across from us. Elgin and Blanchard. Cash plays Plainview. Carl Albert and Dell City. Midwest City and Noble. And we'll get some of those as we progress along the night. But you can watch them all on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We've got a new running back in. Stretch play on the far side of the field. And that's going to be a handoff to Fontaine Millette. Giving Isaiah Gray a little, you got to give him a little breather. So it's 14-6. Eisenhower leads Altus early. We'll keep giving you some of the scores from JW. You got Dell City leads Carl Albert 7-0.
Well, Carl Albert, I think, is stunned, and Macarthur just has a.
Gage Graham going to run for his life after didn't have anywhere to throw, and this is where he's grown as a quarterback, where he's not.
But there's an illegal movement here by Macarthur. It's coming back.
All right. Cash and Plainview in a battle. 7-6. Cash leads by 1.
They may decline this and go ahead. I don't know. I think I'm taking this.
14-0 Blanchard over Elgin. Thank you, JW.
Yeah.
Crack on the spot with some of our scores on our network, and we've got these games. Illegal formation for the Highlanders, so a third down and short just makes it a little bit longer.
I think third and 14, third and 15?
Yeah, and how many times have we said we don't have many plays in the playbook for that? Yeah, you have a streak. So it's going to be third down. Well, they're going to say second down.
I never drew a play, though, never came up with a play that I didn't make sure that it was supposed to score a touchdown. That just doesn't mean it always happens, right?
Well, on the field we got a second down. On the scoreboard we got a third down, so I'm confused. Someone else is, too. Well, is it second or is it third? Let's find out. The sticks say second down. The scoreboard
if you're bringing it back,
third.
It should be second down.
Yeah. So now we got a confine of the stripes. We're going to talk a little bit about this.
It should be second down.
They have those little counters, little strings that go over each finger, and you're supposed to move that, and you say, okay, well, this is second down. This is the.
I got a 2, and you got a 3, and you got a 2, and I got a 3, and we got trouble.
Yeah. Well, what are we going to say? Because we got a crowd wondering.
Like everybody's
we're supposed
looking
to
at
keep
us.
on that. Yeah. Got a second down here. Got a third down on the clock.
And this is a local crew.
Yes, I saw that.
Which I think is kind of cool. You got two Lawton schools playing, get the local crew to come in here and call it.
Both teams 1-0. Wolverines played on a Thursday night last week, defeated the Duncan Demons. Macarthur beat the Eisenhower Eagles on that Friday, and they play here tonight. Don't forget Tuesdays. Oh, it's where they're going to mark this off. I think that's where they say the spot is. So we're going to have a second down yet, but it's going to be all the way back to the 35-yard line.
I want somebody to tell me what's going on.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Manning is saying, and he's going to talk to the Whitecap.
Oh, there's no way. You're going, it's not a personal foul.
Yeah, how could it be? Wow. They've marked the ball right outside the 21, 22-yard line. Like you said, Chris, do you have any indication of what is going on down there?
Well, I mean, it was about a 3rd and 5 situation, but then they took the penalty, which would have made it, second down and probably around, 14 or 15. I'm not really sure what's going on. I can't really hear what they're saying, but they're definitely heated up about it down here.
Well, yeah, because now they have a second forever.
Yeah,
they have it marked out at 2nd and 27 yards. There had to have been either a personal foul. You're putting 15 yards on top of something.
Right, Eric. They called an illegal formation, so I'm not sure what how all this extra yardage came on.
Yeah. Well, Chris Burke, thank you, sideline reporter for the Oklahoma Sports Network. We got coaches standing on the field, and we say, you know what, this is still not the best explanation. All right. What is going on here?
There's no way that's right.
No, there is absolutely no way. And they're going to play it anyway. Whitecap is officiating this, says we're good. So, in essence, we're good. Try to get that one figured out.
There's nothing you can do at this point when they call it. Now, you can later on, look back at film and say, what in the world were you doing?
So 6:33, almost halfway through, going to be a handoff. And going to bull rush his way up to about the 34-yard line. So a decent run there by Bush. So we saw one carry last week that he fumbled. This one was the heavy package for Bush. And brings up a 3rd down.
And 20.
And Gage Graham and company back in the shotgun formation. Fake handoff, looking, throwing, near side. Caught to Montez Edwards. And he is meleeed there at the 41. And they're going to say progress got up to about the 39 is it. And that's going to be 4th down in a punting situation for the Highlanders. So that was just kind of, I don't really knew what happened right there on all of that sequence. That's something they'll have to go back and watch. But nonetheless, 4th down punting situation for the Highlanders. Gets this one away. It's going to bounce and hop, picked up at the 30. Almost the strip. Devin Simpson is tackled and hit back there at the 31. Simpson really getting all that dose, so we get to see a young man who's all over the place.
You kind of worry a little bit, though, when you have your back doing punt returns.
Well, we had Isaiah Gray the same thing.
I'm not saying it.
I understand.
It's a scary thought to think, on a punt I could get an injury. But on any play you can get an injury, don't get me wrong. But if he's my running back, I'm thinking surely there's somebody else who can do punt returns.
Well, we're still all tied up at 7 apiece with 5:13 left to go here. It's a holding call against the Wolverines, so the return will take them back a few by the 10 yards.
You want to take them back about 25? No?
Put them right back there at the 31-yard line was the original spot, and they'll bring it back to the 20, right outside the 21.
Pretty soon here they're going to try to go up top. You better get ready for it.
Hardy, Simpson, corner. Oh, and we got a new running back in there. That's Tyron Amaker.
That's an 8-yard Gary.
He's the junior that comes in to kind of spell Simpson.
That's way too much. But, man, he had some long strides, didn't he?
We talked about the talent in the running backs. Is running back you, as you said. Now he's hit, and the defense is there for a loss of some yards. Back at about the 26-yard line. clock will continue to roll with 4:35 left to go here in this first quarter. And the Highlanders, are you ready? Ready. Back to trips here on the near side. Hardy straight back, rolling on the run and gets this one away, though. Makes a man miss at the 27, at the 28.
They're going to be short.
Right to the 30-yard line. Need to get past about the 31.
Yeah, they're short. It's 4th down. I just kept thinking, just take him down. You got him short.
You hard count it here or just punt it away?
It's 4th down. You're going to. There ain't nothing to measure. I can see it from here. Where's the yellow line? Huh?
Well, they're going to call timeout for a measurement. They're going to back them out.
That needs to be the next thing we come up with, Eric. How do we get a yellow line put on the screen?
That's technology we don't have right at this moment.
I was coaching Little League at one time. This kid walks up next to me, and it really is close, and we're kind of trying to eyeball it.
Yeah.
And we look down, and the kid walks in and goes, "Coach, where's the yellow line?" And I've never laughed so hard in my life.
Where's the yellow line?
He's been watching it.
Yeah, it's a good, like you said, that's not even a football.
I mean, it wasn't even
It's about
close.
a yard.
Wasn't close.
But you can call for a measurement. You can ask for it.
If
But
I'm Lawton High, I'm asking because I want a little time to get this next call made and figure out what I'm going to do.
So a 4th down and a true one to punt this one away with 3:49 left to go here in the first. All tied up at 7 apiece. Wolverines skirt with a Simpson run off to the races for a score. PAT is good. And then come right back with a 97-yard kickoff return by Isaiah Gray to tie this one up at 7 apiece.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, Eric. I think both these teams are evenly loaded with talent. I mean, I've not seen either team just looks dominant over another.
So Joseph Kim steps to back for the Wolverines back at his own 22-yard line. 2 return for the Highlanders back at the 30. Snap away, kick up high, but not deep enough. Gets inside, and then gets a Macarthur bounce, and then a Wolverine bounce. Bounce one way, two way, and then right back up to about the 42-yard line. So decent field position, almost midfield for the Macarthur Highlanders to set up shop. Flip it back over. So the Highlanders will start right back on the 44-yard line. City rival clash. Yeah, Gage Graham, Isaiah Gray going to see heavy doses of these two tonight. We got the Wildcat with Montez Edwards in. So you know it's a different physique for Gage Graham, and he's going to take it close to about the 49-yard line.
Do you think
about 5.
Do you think Lawton High worked on the crossing pattern that we kept?
Yeah, I
I
bet so.
I think they watched it on film.
I think they've seen that. Well, I think, Coach, I think you're right. We ran that 4 times. Gage Graham back in at quarterback. Stands in the pocket's got time to throw, and it's Pope, and now this is overthrown and picked off. To the 20, 25, 30. It was a great play call, but the connection was just an overthrow, and it was a fielder's choice by the Lawton High Wolverines.
What doesn't make sense is that the pass is just way overthrown, and last week he threw such great. The balls are really on point.
Yeah, I know.
And
You're
tonight
right.
he's been off a little bit with his throws.
So, unfortunately, Gage, having to learn on the move as a junior, throws his second INT. Of course, you got some time to grow in these non-district games to make sure you shore that one up before we get into district play. Because that can really, in the stretch, come down and really bite you. So we'll flip the script back over to Devarius Hardy. He'll get a new play call from the sideline. Simpson came in late.
Hit the hole, hit him.
And bam. Gets up to about the 37-yard line.
He runs hard. There's no doubt about that.
That's Amaker, the junior, 164-pound junior. As we say, a stable of running backs that we normally see from your crosstown rival over at Lawton High. With 2:31 left to go here in the first, all tied up at 7 apiece. Hardy, the junior, quarterback, under center. Stretch play on the far side.
Make good hits.
There's a little collision there.
think
The
the ball
ball's on the
came
turf.
out.
Macarthur says they do.
Yep.
And indeed, a turnover. So the Highlanders get one back after throwing two, and they're inside Wolverine territory right outside the 38-yard line.
That was really a good play on that stretch. I mean, they just kept staying out there, and they're stripping the ball away. It's really a good job. Good defense.
So 2:13 remain. This latter part of the first quarter has just really been
There's a
ugly for
flag.
both sides. We got a flag on the play.
Yes.
What is it? Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Highlanders. It's going to be on Montez Edwards.
And he's asking why.
That's going to be the 15-yard type. So you know what? You can't. I know Montez Edwards, he's getting little claps from his fellow teammates, but you gotta control that. I know this is a city rival. They've won the last 5 games in a row, just like you've beaten Eisenhower the last 11. Gage Graham pumps once, looking downfield, stands in the pocket, decides to run with it, and inches his way back up to about the 45-yard line. It's only a gain of about 1.
Yeah, there wasn't much there.
You don't want him throwing it away either, So it brings up a 2nd down and 15 after the penalized unsportsmanlike conduct. It's going to be a handoff to Isaiah Gray, and he is swarmed by a host of Wolverine defenders right at the 44-yard line. Brings up a 3rd down.
Well, it just changes everything. You get a turnover, and then you get unsportsmanlike that moves you back. You're 25 yards away from 1st down. It just kills drives. Those are the things that kill drives and cost you football games in the good games, I promise you.
Well, no, you're right. And I mean, and that's why you learn from these, hopefully. You take that back with you because, you cost your team and you put yourself in a big hole. When you're in Wolverine territory, you're back at your own 44. Graham to Gray. Spin move, gets close to around the 50.
You're willing to just punt it here and get
you
out of the hole
you have to. I mean, it's a 7-7 ball game. I mean, why do anything else? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's too far for the 1st down. You got to get down to the 32-yard line. So it's like 5 yards or something. It's 4th and 20. So Braden Brown, backup quarterback, set to punt for the Highlanders. And he'll stand back at his own 37-yard line. Got some mass protect on the far side. Going to go.
Look out.
Almost gets that. Braden Brown is able to get that one off before the outstretch. It's going to go out of bounds.
He's taking the ball much better today.
Right at the 18-yard line, so it pins the Wolverines. But the only thing is you missed out on an opportunity from a turnover because of your own penalty that cost you in that drive. 13 seconds remain here in the first quarter. And we're all tied up at 7 apiece. Wolverines, I think it was very wise to let Devin Simpson not take all the totes, in that because it's 4 quarters.
Sure.
And they found, with Tyron Amaker, someone that they can use. Because you want number 5 for 4 quarters if you're Lawton High. Simpson will be right behind Hardy in that one-back set with trips here on the near side. Straight handoff. And so, the ball comes out, and there's a mad dash for it. Don't pick it up. They're going to say he's down. The whistles came late, though, and they're going to say 2nd down. And the ball, and that time now is expired, so we are end of quarter 1. So after 1 quarter of play, we're all tied up at 7 apiece. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whether you're building the house of your dreams or just doing a simple remodel, Hard Rock Surfaces would love to help you find top-quality natural stone countertops to fit your style and budget. Give Hard Rock Surfaces a call today for a free estimate.
At Brady's Design Center, we have a large selection of stylish tile, carpet, wood flooring, custom cabinets, furniture, and all kinds of accessories to make your home one of a kind. Give Brady's Design Center a call today for a free estimate.
Welcome back to Cameron Stadium. After one quarter of play, we're all tied up at 7 apiece. We'll put 12 on the board and get ready for second quarter action. Second quarter is brought to you by Eastside Pharmacy. Our focus is to ensure affordable access to the medications you need at a price you'll love with a convenient drive-through location. Eastside Pharmacy. Hardy, rolling to the far side of the field. Looking downfield, going to pitch and catch. Gets up to about the 25-yard line until he's pushed out of bounds.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Lawton High does nothing fancy. They never have.
No, I mean, really following the footsteps of his dad, that were, the stretch play, the counter.
But they win.
The stretch, and then the big one over the top. And you got athletes to do that.
Yes.
That's why I say nothing fancy about the playbook. Just come stop it.
Yeah,
that's the thing, execution. Handoff, and there is hit in the backfield for a loss of a couple yards. And that's just what the doctor dialed up and ordered. As Simpson goes down. And just like that, a 4th down and 3 at a punting situation as both of these heavyweight fighters going punch for punch, stride for stride. Montez Edwards, one of the 2 return men for the Highlanders, along with Dominic Collins on the far side. Just underway in the second quarter, standing back to punt at the 10. Misses that, gets away, and then it flutters up into the top in the lights, and this is going to be a great Macarthur punt. Wow. And then, is that a live ball? There's a flag in the play.
Well, I think he was blocked into it.
Okay.
I mean, the Lawton High guy, but you just got to get away from that.
Right.
That ball's not turned over, but he got blocked into it from behind. So you can watch here. He comes in, and he gets knocked into it. Then the Lawton High player kicks it.
Yeah.
So which means it should be dead at that point. Right where that flag is. Oh, they're going to call personal foul.
Personal foul against the Highlanders.
Well, that'll work.
No, against the Wolverines.
Against the Wolverines.
Yeah.
That'll work. That'll be 15 after. Let's do it. We need a little help after that 25-yard penalty earlier. I didn't see a personal foul, but I didn't get it, but I guess there was.
Personal foul against Macarthur.
Well, now he says
against the
Macarthur.
Highlanders.
We went the wrong way every time.
Wow.
Good Lord. I don't get it.
Just underway here in the second quarter. 10:40 left to go before the half. All tied up at 7 apiece. And we'll start with the negative after a positive with a punt, almost deflection.
That's two personal fouls we've had in this first half. You can't have that.
Yeah. And I know, I understand. I mean, both sides of the fans are really kind of quiet right now. Not really into this game. It's kind of like a pitcher's duel in baseball, like a no-hitter.
It's just kind of boring.
Not much action going on right here. All tied up at 7 apiece. I said, that's not how football's played. Timeout, Lawton High. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Wow, that was fast, Mark. Your house is sold already?
Yep. Seems like I just signed the listing paperwork. Now it's a done deal.
I told you that listing with Pam and Barry's team at RE/MAX would cause your house to sell.
I know. I should have listened to you earlier. Listed with Pam and Barry on day one.
Pam and Barry's team has a proven marketing system that will sell your home fast and for top dollar. Call 248-8800.
Looking for an opportunity to advance in the workplace? Republic Paperboard Company in Lawton, Oklahoma offers competitive wages as well as excellent benefits. Republic is a quality producer of paperboard products used in the manufacturing of gypsum wallboard with advanced technology and a committed staff, and makes them one of the premier paperboard companies in the U.S. using 100% recycled paper fiber. Republic Paper partners with many local organizations to build a better community. Go to republicpaperboard.com.
Feet. We use them every day, working, playing, and usually taking them for granted. If your feet hurt, see the professionals at Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic. They've been serving Southwest Oklahoma for the past 36 years, providing the highest quality care and combining the latest technology with old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. With 3 locations to serve you, Lawton, Duncan, and Altus. Call today or visit us online at swokfoot.com.
Well, sorting this one out back here at Cameron Stadium, all tied up at 7 apiece. 10:40 remain. We still got officials talking to coaches and still trying to iron this one out. And we'll sort this one out so we can get back to action. So I know both fans in the stands kind of anxious to get back to football if we can. And first down, Highlanders, right outside the 34. So that's where we'll set up shop with this drive. And we're whistled to play. Gage Graham gets the official white cap to get started. It's going to be a little flare out to Montez Edwards to the near side. He is pushed out of bounds as he gains up to about the 37-yard line. 21-7 is your score. Plainview leads Cache. I knew that was going to be a buzzsaw in there. You can catch that on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Well, you knew Plainview was going to be
Facebook
tough.
Live. Well, yeah, they're deep in the 14-0 still. Blanchard over Elgin. Catch these on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV for free to download. It's 31-6 Eisenhower over Altus. Isaiah Gray still on his feet, gets spun around and gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Well, I'm going to say this.
Third down.
You look across the field, there's one defender on the far side of the field, and all other 10 are standing right where the running back is. You're going to have to loosen them up. You're going to have to throw the football.
You have to throw the football. 7-6 Midwest City leads Noble. Hand clap by Gage Graham. They'll shift over defensively, get a new play call from the sideline. He'll move Isaiah Gray to his left.
I'm running that crossing. Here we go, right here, now.
Looked for it, but it was covered, and then he's going to have to throw that one away.
It's double covered. They had it covered, but that just means there's going to be somebody on the outside wide open.
In a fight, in a battle, in a duel for city rivals, Del City leads. Another flag in the play, and this could be against the Wolverines now. 14-13, Del City over Carl Albert.
We'll see
so a flag in the play, and we'll find out. But this was, he was looking at the intentional grounding against the Highlanders. Got a down Wolverine. So as they will tend to him, we'll take a injury timeout and be back right after this. You're watching Big Mac Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, AeroSign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. AeroSign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Sports is our middle name. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network. 9:23 left to go here in the second quarter. All tied up at 7 apiece, and the Highlanders with a 4th and 24 in a punting situation. Stands back at his own 10, and whistle dead.
May have been delayed, no?
Flag on the play. False start against the Highlanders.
Lord Almighty.
Just the discipline of football. And you know the cadence because you're punting. So it wasn't like jumping off sides.
You know the count.
Yeah.
You heard it.
Stand back at us, and they come with the pressure. This one gets a wobbly out of the gates, but a nice roll to the 50, and hover that right around the 46-yard line. Yeah, that's dangerous. You hug around there, and you touch it with your foot, and that's a live ball. So Bryce Alexander almost touched it, made that live.
I don't understand it.
Get away. Well, remember the old Peter? You know,
you just got to touch it once it's down, let it touch it, and it'll be over, and everybody stands up. We got two guys trying to kill each other to get to it.
So Lawton High will break the huddle. Decent field position at the halfway mark, right outside the 47, with 9:13 left to go here in the second quarter. Your Eastside Pharmacy second quarter. Hardy.
Here we go.
Right back to pass. Oh, and then he gets away from the one to tacklers, the second, and then finally taken down right at the 48-yard line.
Gosh, you have him dead to rights.
Heads up by Devarius Hardy, who just kept the ball alive to gain a couple of yards to make it 2nd down and 9. So Bryce, who is on that punt return, gets the big tackle there. After about 2 or 3 misses, trips on the far side. Hardy under center. Simpson the lone back. Rolling to the far side of the field. Chase down, looking on the throw.
Keep coming.
Throw on the run, and that's is going to be incomplete. Trying to go to the far side of the field.
Well, he was trailing. 48 was coming hard.
Brings up 3rd down.
That's Blackman, right? He was running hard.
Yeah, I mean, and you got to do that every play, but that's Walker Blackman coming on the edge.
And he comes hard. Now, he's got some speed, too. He's no joke. He's tall.
Hardy will get a new play call. Looks on his wrist. Simpson in the backfield. He'll get some instructions. Simpson will be to his right. 8:31 left to go in the second. Looking that way. Little flare out, bubble screen to the far side of the field.
Make a good tackle.
Tracked down and taken down at the original line of scrimmage. So there's going to be a loss of a yard. So it's going to be 4th down.
4th down and punt time.
Boy, that's why I say this blow for blow, this is like a heavyweight title boxing match that you're catching live here at Cameron Stadium. All tied up at 7 apiece. Who would have thought that at the 8-minute mark here of the second quarter? See Walter Neal down there on the sidelines.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll try to get, maybe Chris can talk to Walter, former state champion for the Highlanders back in 2014. It's this one away. It's going to get a bounce. Oh, back away from it. Yes, that's right. So the ball will be placed right outside the 24-yard line for the Highlanders with 7:39. I think you just kind of go back to your basics of, some of the run plays you have. Now, I knew they tried to set it up, but you were right. They took away that Pope slant. They saw that 4 times.
They doubled it. They're like, we're going to double it and single the outside.
Timeout is called on the field by the Highlanders. They will take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Becker Raybon Funeral Home has been serving the funeral needs of Southwest Oklahoma since 1940 and is owned by the Raybon family. We believe family ownership makes a great difference in the care and service your family receives. Their staff is eager to find ways to assist you. Whether it's with live streaming or benefit assistance, we can help. When it comes to measuring personal levels of service, there are other funeral homes. And then there is ours, Becker Raybon Funeral Home, 1502 Fort Sill Boulevard.
Leader in high school sports streaming Friday nights. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network. 10 games in action tonight across the network on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Glad you could join us. It's going to be a handoff to Isaiah Gray. Makes one man miss. A nice cut at the 30 to get up to the 35 and then take it down about the 37-yard line.
I think that's what you have to get back to is you're going to have to run
that's
downhill.
the basics. That's it.
And throw some little screen passes. Do what you do.
Right. Kind of get all that funk off of you. I mean, the penalties, the turnovers, and just kind of – it's still a 7-7 ball game, so it's just like 0-0 up on the scoreboard with 7:25 left to go here in the second.
When Bush comes in the backfield, I like to see that.
It's good, little hammer time. Get a little Bush factor right up the middle. Pound, ground, and pound.
The ball.
Ball comes out, and it's tripped up, and then the Highlanders able to get it. But, man, again, it's what Coach said, high and tight, but Bush and the extra earning running got that stripped away, just like we saw last week. But the Highlanders were able to pounce and jump back in it outside Wolverine territory.
Whew. Man, that kid's got some speed, and he barreled over some people.
It's going to be another handoff. Ooh, then he's thrown down. Isaiah Gray. Then we got this could be a horse
that
collar.
should be a horse collar.
This will be the 15-yard penalty type, and we'll add that on top of the end of the run. First Baptist East instant replay. Give you a little show that there on the flag on the play. And the horse collar rule, 15-yard assessed after the run. That helps the Highlander drive, go deep into Wolverine territory. Probably the deepest they've been in quite some time. When's the last time we were camped outside the 27-yard line?
Not in this game.
It was a 97-yard kickoff return, the only time we really got to see that. We haven't been in the red zone yet. Isaiah Gray going to be tracked out, but spin move gets a little bit of extra as he dances his way down to about the 24-yard line. Clock continues to roll. It's 6:40 left to go before the half. Gage Graham gets a hand clap, almost gets the defender to jump. Gets a new play call from the sidelines on a 2nd down and 6. 6:18 will remain here in the second quarter.
Same formation as a crossing pattern. Same idea.
And off Isaiah Gray off the tackle. Gets away from the one.
Just go down.
And then gets the first down right outside the 12-yard line. And we are now in a red zone opportunity. Red zone for the Macarthur Highlanders. Taco Mayo, the max in fresh Mex taste. Taco Mayo me. So now, right outside the 8-yard line, in striking distance to try to go up on the Highlanders for the Wolverines and under the 6-minute mark. Handoff. Oh, skirts, and he'll score. Touchdown, Macarthur. Look at this again. Parting of the Red Sea, and whoop, there it is. Oh, you were supposed to tackle him.
He just slips right through a small crease.
So Isaiah Gray going to half his way to last week's performance with 4 touchdowns. He's got 2 tonight. And the PAT coming up. So we had a 97-yard kickoff return touchdown, and now dances his way into the end zone. And a 5-play drive. Our scoring recap coming up by City National, and the PAT coming up. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick is good. So the Highlanders regain the lead, or take the lead for the first time tonight, 14-7, with 5:49 left to go before the half. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bill Miller and Noble Heating and Air Conditioning, we take pride in our quality air conditioner and heater repair and replacement services, as well as providing the highest customer satisfaction. Bill Miller and Noble Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving Lawton and the surrounding area for over 25 years. We have the knowledge, equipment, and trained technicians to take care of all your heating and cooling needs. Give us a call. Bill Miller and Noble Heating and Air, 355-1811.
All right, back here at Cameron Stadium, 14-7, the Highlanders. Let's give you your scoring recap brought to you by City National Bank, best in state banks according to Forbes 2021. Let's see, 6-play drive, an 8-yard scamper for Isaiah Gray, his second tonight. City National Bank and your scoring recap. Your kickoff sponsor brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's before and after the game. Cherry limeade, sweet tea, sissy cheeseburger, fresh onion rings. Wayne's with 2 locations to serve you, Sheridan and on West Cache Road. Ball teed up, straight up in the middle of the 40-yard line, kicked end over end. It's going to be backpedaled and fielded at about the 4. Taken to the 5 to the 10, got a seam at the Look 15 out. To the 20. He's off to the races. Got one man to beat. Oh, wow, and that was the last man standing as the safety net gets the spin around and a help tackle right there at the 38-yard line. Otherwise, this was going to be 6.
Well, the thing of it is, man, he just took off like a jet, didn't he? And you know what? Anytime you see the ball bounce and something crazy happen, it always seems to be a big play. I don't know. It's just because everybody gets out of whack. They're all like, oh, they fumbled the ball. Oh, maybe we go left here. And then all of a sudden, whoop, he just went by me.
Chance to go down to Chris Burke, our sideline reporter. I want to kind of ask you the feel from the sidelines of the team and the coaches. Is there kind of a different feel now that we got the confidence back?
Yeah, I feel like the energy's high over here. They seem like they're really confident. And, Macarthur's had some really good plays coming here. They missed on a couple, so they should really have the momentum going forward.
So a handoff to Simpson going to the far side of the field is going to be rustled out of bounds after he gets up to about the 42-yard line. Full coverage here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Chris Burke, our sideline reporter. JW producing, Caleb Sherham camera. Jay Burke alongside myself, Eric Sherham, with a 2nd down and 6 and a great one here at Cameron Stadium. We're glad that you're glued and tuned into this one. With 5:15 left to go before the half.
They just moved.
A little punch in the mouth, and we'll see which side they're going to blame. They're both pointing both sides.
Looks like to me Lawton High moved, but we'll see here.
Well, the flag came from the Lawton High side bench.
He smacked that guy flat to the ground. They're going to walk it off against Macarthur.
Yep.
It's going to give him a 1st down. Or for sure it's going to be close.
It's going to be about a nose shy. 2nd down, and the hard count works for Devarius Hardy. A junior quarterback will have trips here on the near side. One lone back, Simpson. Right up the middle, makes a man miss, and then collides with the defender right as he crosses midfield right outside the 46-yard line.
That dude has some wheels.
And you know what? He wasn't even really the starting quarterback before the Duncan game. He was put in there, and he looks so natural there.
There's going to be some schools looking at him to play a little running back for them.
Trips, far side. Back to pass and throw, and then under heavy pressure by Pope. And Pope gives him a little bit of elbow grease coming from the near side pressure. Hardy had to get a little bit extra help. Nice little fans in the stands for both sides, representation. Macarthur, the home team tonight. See the Highlander Regiment at the half. Brought to you by your East Side Subway. Hard count, Hardy doesn't get him to jump there. 2nd down and 10 with 4:46 left to go before the half. 14-7 Highlanders, but Wolverines on the move right outside the 47-yard line of the Highlanders. Straight back to pass. Under heavy pressure, comes out of the pressure and decides to run to the 40, 30, and then he'll get out wisely out of bounds.
Well,
right outside the 28-yard line.
Love misses him, but you got to remember when you're coming like that, you got to come under control enough that you don't let him get outside, and instead you went around him, and he just cut right back inside of you. And coach is saying, coach is telling him, hey, it's great that you got there, but you didn't get him.
Hardy rolling out with his whistle dead here on the near side. I think this could be a false start against the Wolverines. Legal shift is what you think? No, false start.
But see, this if you're Lawton High, you're angry with yourself because you're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
You're thinking, all right, this is not the way this is supposed to be.
So we'll get this whistled underway. Hardy will get a new play call. He'll look on his wrist. 17 on the play clock. Straight back to pass. Under some heavy pressure.
Now
gets away, and now he's hit and taken down at about the 35-yard line. Say the 34, so a loss of a couple. Brings up a second down and 15 with 4:20 left to go before the half. Third quarter is brought to you by Eastside Pharmacy. Our focus to ensure affordable access to the medications you need at a price you'll love with a convenient drive-through. On the run, rolling to the far side of the field. Under heavy pressure, has to throw on the run, and that's going to be incomplete.
48 has a beat on him. He's like, you know, he hears those feet behind him. Like, he is right behind me.
And, I mean, it's a go, too. I mean, he can scoot.
He's right on him.
He's not really lost a step. That's Walker Blackman.
He's playing.
Coming off that edge. We'll shift up the whole bunch. We've got a tight end coming off.
People coming, going, leaving,
yep.
Left, right.
And now we got Nathan Jones coming in for the Wolverines. He's a freshman.
Well, look how spread out they are. They're going to have to call a timeout because they don't know how. I don't know. I've never seen
timeout by the Wolverines, so they'll take it. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bridges and Buckner Dentistry at 1802 Northwest 52nd Street has over 32 years of combined experience. They serve Southwest Oklahoma for implant placement and final restorations using guided surgery and CEREC technology. This enables them to do same-day crowns in the office. Call to set up your appointment today or visit them online at bridgesandbucknerdentistry.com.
Ten games in action on the network. You can kind of bounce around. We appreciate when you do. Got Eisenhower playing Altus. You got Midwest City playing Noble, Dell City and Carl Albert. You've got Cache in Plainview. We got this one right here with Macarthur. Lawton High, you can download us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Free to download. Just search Oklahoma Sports Network. So Hardy and company after the timeout on a 3rd down and 17. Straight back to pass. In the pocket. Oh, and that was a designed quarterback draw and run to the 20. Bowls his shoulder and he gets pushed out of bounds. And that will be enough for a first down. They'll move the chains right outside the 18-yard line. So that was a designed quarterback draw. Had everybody the pressure coming off the edge, but no one home in the middle. And that left Hardy off to the races for a first down.
They ran everybody deep and said, all right, everybody's going to leave except for us.
Yeah. And that's a smart call. I mean, very good designed because he saw what Hardy was able to do last time. So why not use that again? Double end tight with the package with Simpson.
Good
handoff.
Job.
Tries to go off tackle on the far side. Nothing doing.
It's a good job. That's good defense. You've got to smack. You're down here tight, and you don't want to give up a touchdown here.
We've got an interesting one here as the Highlanders lead 14-7 with 3:30 left to go before the half. Both teams come in at 1-0. Lawton High with a win over the Duncan Demons last Thursday, a week ago Thursday. Macarthur beating Eisenhower last week here Friday. Knocking at the door inside the red zone for the Wolverines. It's going to be a fake counter, and then quarterback keep, and down he goes as Hardy gets taken down. Oh, we get a flag in the play. If this is against the Highlanders, this is not going to be pretty.
Big old 77 just roughed up a little Macarthur player.
All right.
Yeah, he's a biggin.
So a personal foul. Now we saw this earlier with the Highlanders. They shot themselves in the foot after a big turnover. This hurts the Wolverines with a 3rd down and 11 right outside the 17. And now, and I know it gets heated. It gets very emotional. City rivalry, a city championship could be on the line. Even a trophy to go along with it, the General's Trophy, which has been residing over at Lawton High for the last 4 years, looking for their 5th. Hardy under center. Straight back to pass under heavy pressure. Comes out of the pocket, but then makes man one miss on the run, and then gets tripped up. Right outside the 28-yard line.
He's slippery, isn't he? He gets outside quick. Boy, what a tackle.
I don't know if he was going to try to hurdle him, and he just got taken down now.
Who was that made that tackle?
That's over on that corner. Timeout Macarthur with 2:28 left to go before the half. We'll take a timeout with him. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
I think it's a good.
We come from different backgrounds with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
Where sports is our middle name, we are the Oklahoma Sports Network, 14-7. Macarthur with the lead with 2:28 left to go before the half. And it's a 4th down and 20 for the Wolverines on the Highlander 26. So what are they going to dial up here?
Well,
Hail Mary?
You got to get it down. You got to get down inside the end zone.
Well, you got to get it. In order to get a first down, you got to get down to about the 7.
Yeah, you got to get down around the 5. So you got to have to just watch them to try to get something deep here.
Hardy will have trips here on the near side. Simpson, the lone back, straight back to pass, looking downfield. Going to heave ho and throw in the end zone. He's got a man wide open. It is caught, and there's a flag on the play.
But I think he dropped it.
And he drops it in the end zone.
And
we get a flag on the play. There wasn't, he backed away from trying to be any defense.
I don't know why. Man, you're man-to-man on the outside with him. And
pass interference is the call against the Highlanders.
The only saving grace is that's not a spot foul. This ain't the NFL.
Yeah, it's true. It wouldn't be placed right outside the 1. Well, the hometown crowd isn't happy with that call. 2:21 left to go.
But it's still 4th down.
That's true. 4th down and about 7. Right outside the 13-yard line. Straight back to pass, looking downfield.
Come on.
Going to throw, look, and that's going to be incomplete in the end zone. Turnover on down. So the Highlanders escape any kind of possible score to keep it 14-7. You got 2 minutes left to go, and you got 2 timeouts.
Well, you're much happier. Hey, nobody wants to get a pass interference in the end zone, but you just can't let them catch that ball. It looked like to me he was going to catch it. So it wasn't a ideal situation, but hey, that penalty you end up winning in that deal.
Don't forget halftime performances coming up. Eastside Subway is going to be your halftime band support sponsor. We're the Highlander Regiment under the last year of Larry Hatch. He's going to retire in December. I told him that he can come down to the OSN desk and we'll talk about all of his accomplishments over the great years at MAC. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. Makes one man miss. Isaiah Gray, little shutterbug right to the 30, making something happen with his feet.
Well, you got to know.
Man, watch this again. Watch. Whoop, there's 1. And then whoop, whoop, there's 2. Then finally taken out Isaiah Gray. And the First Baptist East instant replay with 2 minutes left to go on the clock. It's going to be another handoff to Gray. Gets the corner on the near side. Spin move. Gets away from one. And it's a bumper pool action down to about the 36-yard line.
You're okay with where you're at. You're a minute 53. You got plenty of time. Plus, you got to remember, even if something doesn't happen and you can't score, you get the ball.
Yes, they did win the coin toss and deferred to the second half. 1:43 remain before the half. Isaiah Gray next to Gage Graham. Little flare-out pass to Montez Edwards here on the near side. And he'll go out of bounds to stop the clock. Brings up 3rd down and 5. You want to get the first down, so you got to pick up a first. You still have 2 timeouts remaining, and 1:36 remain before the half. Graham back in the shotgun formation.
I may throw this baby deep right here.
It's going to be another handoff. They're going to play it safe there, and the ball skirts out. It does 2 times. A mad dash for it, and the Wolverines almost come up with a gift. Heads up to quarterback Gage Graham. He saw it come out, and he was lickety-split to try to get into the pile.
If I'm Lawton, I'm calling timeout.
1:15, it's 4th down. You're right, because they're going to get good field position with a punt. They only have 1 timeout remaining.
I'm calling it. I'm not going to let you run off 30 seconds.
I was going to run off another 15. So we'll be under a minute. 10 seconds on the play clock. Maybe we'll call a timeout and then punt it. I think that's what we're going to
exactly
do.
What we'll do. At
Down
one
to 3,
second.
2, 1, and that is going to be timeout. So they'll call a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Coast Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
So back to action at a punting situation for Brown for the Macarthur Highlanders with 48 seconds. A little bit of pressure comes up, gets that one away. A nice boot. Going to roll down to about the 18, 17-yard line, and we'll stop it with 38 seconds remain before the half. Macarthur with a 7-point lead. 14-7 is your score here at Cameron Stadium. And your Eastside Pharmacy second quarter, our focus is to ensure affordable access to the medications you need at a price you'll love. See them with their convenient drive-through. Call ahead if you're in the system. You know what your prescription is. I know how to do it. Dial it in and be ready for pickup. So let's see what Coach Breeze decides to do with 1 timeout, down 7, 1st and 10 right outside your 18. A handoff to Simpson, you think?
They got to move it pretty quick.
Well, I think it's going to be handoff to see what they can get.
Not much.
No, and the thing is, I mean, if he was to scamper off, and then things can change if he busts a hole and goes. But the clock will continue to roll. Both coaches happy with that. That may be the last play. They won't have to snap it if they so desire with 19 on the clock.
He's just standing there, so he's calling something, but I bet
you could do it the line on less, 2 seconds, and then, I would do it. And then, if you get a defensive penalty, you get an untimed down. Down to 7 seconds, 6. Another handoff. Off to the races is Simpson. He's going to cut the corner, try to get the edge, and he's going to go out of bounds as time expires.
That's the end of the first half.
That will be the end of the first half. 14-7 is your score. They'll go in the locker room to talk about it, and we'll be back to talk about it at halftime festivities right after this timeout on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Crowning Around in the Tux Room at 215 Southwest C Avenue in Lawton has been serving the surrounding area for the past 13 years. Specializing in prom, homecoming, and pageant dresses, plus budget bridesmaid dresses starting at $79. Plus, they are your headquarters for tux rentals for the individual or the entire group, with wedding packages starting at just $66. You can even shop the entire collection found online at crowningaround.com. Crowning Around in the Tux Room, 215 Southwest C Avenue.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
My name is Mike Keybone, and I'm the pastor at First Baptist Church here in Lawton, downtown. And I just want to invite you to come and hang out with our family. There's a lot of chaos and a lot of junk that's going on in this world, but I know this. God loves you, He's got a place for you, and I think you ought to come check us out. You're loved, you belong, and you're always welcome at FBC Lawton.
Welcome back to Cameron Stadium. It's going to now be our halftime performances. It's brought to you by your Eastside Subway, Southeast 45th Street. You can feed your hunger. It's also the MAC headquarters, Eastside Subway, Southeast 45th. You get a little bonus and a treat tonight because since this is one Lawton team playing another Lawton team, we got 16 minutes left to go before the half. So we'll have the Lawton High Marching Band perform before the Highlander Regiment. So you can enjoy. So we'll get the Eastside Subway, Southeast 45th halftime show. Enjoy right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Big Red Band. Tonight's band sponsor of the game is Arnest Bank. The band is in direction of Michaela McCall, Paul Martin, and Rebecca Andrews. They're being led onto the field by drum major Hayden Moore. Tonight, they will be playing the first of two songs from their 2021 marching show, Bach from the Grave. Drum major, is your band ready? Please join me in welcoming the Big Red Band from Wolverine Land, the Pride of Lawton.
So the Lawton Wolverine Marching Band, part of the performance. Or the Highlander Regiment will be next. We got 9:28 left to go before we start second half action. If you're just joining us, it is 14-7 Macarthur here at the half.
To continue tonight's halftime entertainment, we are proud to present the Macarthur Highlanderette Dance Team. They are under the direction of Kristen Kiplinger, and they are led on the field by Captain Elena Manning, Co-Captain Allie Monroe, and Lieutenant Taylor Hoskins. Tonight's girl of the game is Senior Hunter Brown. This summer, the squad completed at a Universal Dance Association camp and placed second overall team. Tonight, they are showcasing the team dance from the competition. Ladies and gentlemen, the Macarthur Highlanderette Dance Team. For your halftime entertainment, we are proud to present the 2021 Highlander Regiment under the direction of Larry Hatch, Brayden Hatch, and Karen Torbert. Tonight's show is entitled La Desperada. Soloists are Alexis Davila Cullen, Livia Husband, Nicholas Rosso, Andrew Alter, and Hunter Harleby. The band is led onto the field by senior drum Hunter Helvey. And now, your Highlander Regiment. Ladies and gentlemen, your Highlander Regiment.
Well, that's the Highlander Regiment under the direction of Larry Hatch, and he'll strike up the Highlander fight song. We've got 3 minutes left to go. They'll warm up both sides, and we've got a great one that we hope that you enjoy tonight. 14-7, the Highlanders lead at the half. That's been your Subway, your Eastside Subway halftime show at Southeast 45th Street. We'll be back right after this. Second half action coming up right after around the corner, right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Go down to our sideline reporter, Chris Burke, who's got Coach Manning standing by.
All right, Coach, can I just get your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I'm proud of our kids' effort. I thought our intensity was really good. Defense did a great job after they settled down there after that early score, and the defense played great. Offensively, we got a lot of room for improvement. We bad penalties, putting the ball on the ground. We had one drive where we didn't shoot ourselves in the foot and we scored. So, hopefully there's more of that in the second half.
All right, Coach, so what was your message to the team coming out from the locker room?
The same thing. Defense, keep doing what you're doing. Offense, we got to get going.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck.
All right, Chris Burke, sideline reporter for the Oklahoma Sports Network. 2.5 minutes before we kick off second half action. The Highlanders lead 14-7. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network. glad you could join us on the network. Hey, don't forget, at the conclusion of tonight's ball game, we have the scoreboard, the OSN scoreboard, which gives you all the scores in the area. We should have that posted up maybe about 11 o'clock by tonight. But, the first thing in the morning when everybody's kind of scampering around to scores around the area, you can find it on our Facebook page and at oksportsnet.com. We'll have our poll for our top athlete of the week and so much more at oksportsnet.com. Don't forget Tuesday nights, Coach's Show over at JD's Hideaway. Can't wait to get back there and talk that up. So let's get to our third quarter sponsor. It's brought to you by Comanche Home Centers, helping Lawton in Southwest Oklahoma build and grow since 1967. Comanche Home Center. So the Highlanders won the coin toss, elected to defer to the second half, so they will get the ball to start second half from the east side of Cameron Stadium, driving from the left to right. And we'll get ready for our kickoff sponsor. Kickoff sponsor is brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In before and after the game. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. While you're there, pick me up a cherry limeade. Bring it back for me, please. Appreciate that. 12 on the board. Start second half action. Should be a doozy. It's going to come down to a little moxie. Who's going to win this second half? A battle of halves. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line on the far hash for the Wolverines. All in white with red numbers. This is going to be a bullet strike. Going to be fielded at the 15. Now taken to the 20. 25, 30. He's got a hole coming out and then to the 40-yard line. Upended there. And a great, great return for the Highlanders to set up shop. That's Collins on the run back. We've got a defender also turn as Dominic also stands back with
Collins is
Montez Edwards.
Collins is a sophomore.
And he's got speed.
We've got quite a few sophomores that are actually playing and starting.
So we'll start right out with Gage Graham and company. It's going to be a handoff to Gray, waits for delay, gets a block, gets up to about the 46-yard line.
He allows the play to develop. He gets in the hole. He's definitely a jitterbug. I mean, he's left and right constantly, but this guy can really, really, really run the football.
So it brings up a second down, so it's a 5-yard carry on a first down. What a way to start second half action. Another Gray, this time far side of the field, nothing doing there. Maybe a yard, if that's a generous spot. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage.
They're going to start daring you because they don't think you can throw the ball against them right now. You haven't done it yet.
So up to the 46-yard line in the third quarter. And Gage Graham
just jumped off sides.
Just got a little jump.
Hope it ain't on us.
Hand clap encroachment is the call, and that's going to be a first down. So the hard count clap works. So Gage Graham gets them drawn off sides to get a first down, a fresh set of downs. Crosses the 50 inside Wolverine territory, right outside the 47-yard line. Loses it, and there's a mad dash for it. And tell you what, Bush had to jump on it before Gage Graham, but, the inerrant snap from center to quarterback, and that's ugly. And that puts them in a hole. Back to the 46-yard line.
That's like a penalty and a loss of down.
Well,
now get in the hole. Run it.
And then he gets right out of bounds. Pushed out of bounds.
That's a good job.
And a nice little spark by Gage Graham, the quarterback. So just as we saw in the first half, with a little bit of Devarius Hardy from the Lawton High Wolverines doing a little bit of running with his feet, Gage Graham says, I can do that too. 3rd and 7. Picking up the loss. Negative yards. Has all day to throw. Got Isaiah Gray. It's wide open. It's caught and a turnaround. Wait, what a great pitch and catch. And we got a flag back here, whistled, and they're going to say
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
Personal foul, rushing the passer. All right. So what a great, and look at this throw. Sits in there.
But that's the throw
Isaiah
we've been needing all
Gray.
night.
Yep.
That's the throw we saw last week. He's been throwing those others up look like wounded ducks.
So it gets down
Good
from
job.
the 44.
Good job from everybody. Good
And
job.
after.
Boy, the line really held well and gave him plenty of time to throw the ball.
Penalty, first and goal, and we're in a red zone, a Taco Mile red zone opportunity for the Macarthur Highlanders. Graham, handoff, pushes, gets down to about the 3-yard line.
If you can score here, you got Lawton High where you want them.
9:51. Oh, a little bit of extracurricular with Pope and in the end zone. Getting a little tussle there with Nathan Jones. Keep an eye on that. That's physical blocking downfield. Second and goal right outside the 4. And I'll tell you what, trying to push is Bush. And Bush on the carry gets down to about the 1-yard line.
Push is Bush.
I would keep him in here and
I'm
just
going again.
Lower the shoulder and let him just get in there.
I'm like, score now.
And that's exactly what they're doing, is keeping Bush in. Graham, Bush, lowers the shoulder. Touchdown, Macarthur.
Guess who?
The Bush factor. There it is.
He's back to playing.
And that's what we needed.
Good job. Way to hang on to the football.
And the PAT coming up. So it's like what you said, that's really going to pin the Wolverines in a position they don't like to be in, down 20-7 in the PAT coming up. Trying to make a statement early, and I know that it's early because this is a 4-quarter game. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick is good. So it's a 21-7 Macarthur lead with 9:04 left to go here in the third. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Forgiven.
Thought so.
Bundle bakery favorites like a tasty apple fritter, sweet cinnamon roll, or blueberry muffin with any size soft drink or premium roast coffee for just $3.
Sports is our middle name. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network. 21-7 in the scoring. Recap brought to you by City National Bank, best in state banks. According to Forbes 2021, it's a 8-play drive with a 1-yard dump in the end zone from Bush. The Bush factor with 2 handoffs, got it to the 1, and then punched it in for the score to make it 21-7. Kickoff brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In. Everyone, let's go to Wayne's. So Macarthur sitting pretty as they won the coin toss, elected to defer to the second half. They take it down, punch it in from a 14-7 halftime score to make it 21-7. Ball going to be kicked end over end and going to spy on the far side of the field, bounces around, and then goes out of bounds at the 23, and they'll mark that out. So the ball will be placed right outside the 35-yard line with a kick out of bounds. Decent field position for the Wolverines.
Coach has got to be super happy with that drive.
So at the 9:04 mark in the third quarter, see how the Wolverines respond. With Devarius Hardy under center. Straight back to pass. Going to air this one on a slant. He wasn't looking. It's picked. Off to the 40, 35, 30. Still on his feet to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Cut back at the 4. in the end zone. Touchdown, pick six, Highlanders. Unbelievable.
Well, you just sit back and wait on that.
Look at right there. Great work. Put the nail in the.
But watch them. This right here. Watch. Okay. No. Yes. Hey, you made Lawton High do what they don't want to do.
Wow. So we got to see that again with the instant replay from First Baptist East, and the pick six makes it 27 to a stunned Lawton High silenced crowd, and the PAT coming up. I myself, a little surprised. Everything going Mac's way tonight here to start second half action. PAT coming up. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick is good. 28-7 with a score and a pick six to start second half action, and we've got 8:51 left to go in the third. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here's our target. We're shooting azimuth at Rolling.
Great drill weekend, everyone. See y'all again next month.
In the Oklahoma Army National Guard, you don't have to choose between civilian and military lifestyle.
Well, if you just joined us, the Macarthur Highlanders led at 14-7 at the half. They take a great drive, touchdown, and then backed up by a pick six. And the scoring recap was just like that. McBroom takes it to the house in the end zone for six. PAT is good. Make it 28-7. That is your City National Bank scoring recap. Best in banks, according to Forbes, 2021. Now your kickoff sponsor brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. Before and after the game, it's Wayne's. So the ball teed up at the 40-yard line in a stunned, silenced Lawton High crowd. Ball kicked end over end and is going to be fielded at about the 13. Taking the 15 to the 20. Shutterbugs to the 30. Still on his feet, then gets upended as he gets up to about the 34-yard line. High emotions on both sides. For the Macarthur Highlanders, this is a city championship on the line because they've already beaten the Eisenhower Eagles. They win tonight, and the General's Trophy will be making its appearance back to the east side, where it's not been there in over 4 years. So it ain't over yet.
Oh,
and that is.
Oh,
that is one of those little instant replays you got to see again for a second time to enjoy that.
That is a slobber knocker. That's number 42.
Yeah,
he's 42.
Pumped up and excited there. We don't have 42 on our roster.
Well, I'm telling you, he's number 42.
Okay, well,
you saw it just like I did.
Get a jersey number change. Yeah, I don't have one on the. We'll have to get that one from the coach's office. I hate when that happens. It's 28-7. Blanchard leads Elgin on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're going to give you other scores from around the network. And Hardy back to work as he'll empty to go straight back to pass, and we got flags down.
They're going to have to illegal formation.
21-7. Tuttle leads over Newcastle.
I think they have illegal formation here. That looked like they were moving. Yeah,
yep, they do. Thanks, JW. Producer on the spot. He's also given us updates on some of the scores across the network. We're at the 8:01 mark here of the third quarter. And it's 28-7. Macarthur, but in a big hole on a second down and 20 for the Wolverines. As Hardy will get a new play call. On the wristband, rolling on the far side of the field, under heavy pressure.
Look out.
Steps up in the pocket, looks to throw, and then gets thrown down. Tackled, runs out of real estate. 35-21 is the score. Plainview leads Cache on the Oklahoma Sports Network. This is Cash's third game because they were a 0-week opponent. They will be off next week before they start district play. Midwest City also is a 0-week game. They lead 14-6 over Noble. Midwest City, by the way, will be in our district next year in 5A, by the way.
Yeah, that's no fun.
No. Trips on the our side, 35-13. Del City taking it to Carl Albert. Straight back to pass. Looking downfield, stays in the pocket.
He's in
Flushed
trouble.
out, goes to the far side. Still looking downfield and then goes out of bounds. Just nowhere to throw. Very little room to run.
That's fourth down and punt. And if you're Macarthur, if you score again here, Lawton High's in big trouble.
Let's get our little feeling of what the sideline's feeling like right now from Chris Burke, sideline reporter.
Well, number 42, Tato Epperoni, came through with a huge hit, and I could almost feel it over here. I started sweating after I seen that. The defense has been stifling, the secondary and the rush has been great, so the defense has really showed up tonight.
All right, Chris Burke, sideline reporter.
Well, he knew his name, Tato Epperoni.
Well, I think it's just a jersey change then. Now we get a flag on the play. You know what? I think, look up this. This could be brothers.
Well, whoever he is, he smacked him right in the mouth. And then they get a delay of game, and they're going to have to punt. It's even 5 more back.
So because Tato Epperoni was number 58, 5'10", 220-pound senior.
He smacked the Wampy out of him.
He's going to get this punted out and away, and it's going to be fielded on the run at the 35-30. Still got the corner at the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Cut back. Oh, Montez Edwards will not score. He'll step right outside the 1-yard line.
Wow.
What a great return.
I think
Montez Edwards, I thought he was going to go in the end zone, stops, waits, hesitates, and then the trail comes back and pushes him out right outside the 1-yard line. Right outside the 1, and a great return from Montez Edwards. The return man, the specialist,
he does
phenom on the basketball court as well.
Kid can play.
A two-sport athlete. First and goal right outside the 1. Gage Graham's going to take this, lower his shoulder, and he'll cross. He'll score. Touchdown, Macarthur. Quarterback keeper dumps it in to shock the state in a score that they'll all go, huh? As of right now, and a stunned, silent Lawton High fan base. That whole south side is quiet.
There's not one thing being said.
And the PAT coming up to try to make it 35. We've got almost a half of the third quarter remaining with 6:39. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick is good. 35-7 with 6:39 left to go. We'll be back right after this. Oh, on the third quarter, by the way. Right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Wow, that was fast, Mark. Your house is sold already?
Yep. Seems like I just signed the listing paperwork. Now it's a done deal.
I told you that listing with Pam and Barry's team at RE/MAX would cause your house to sell.
I know. I should have listened to you earlier. Listed with Pam and Barry on day 1.
Pam and Barry's team has a proven marketing system that will sell your home fast and for top dollar. Call 248-8800.
All right, back here at Cameron Stadium. So if you're just joining us, it was a 14-7 MAC lead at the half. It is now 35-7 MAC with 6:39 left to go in the third quarter. It's kind of an interesting recap by City National Bank, best in state banks. According to Forbes 2021, it was a great return by Montez Edwards, gets out at the 1, and then Gage Graham in a 1-play, 1-score, touchdown, 1 drive. And that's your City National Bank scoring recap. And Wayne's driving your kickoff specialist. Let's go to Waynes. Over the head's going to go into the end zone for a touchback for the first time tonight.
What would he have done had that ball not gone in the end zone?
And just dropped it to one. I wouldn't have went to the sideline.
I don't know what you do. You don't let that ball do like that. Just that's. I think they're ready to go home.
Well, and their heads may be down, but, you got a 4-quarter game to play.
But you're not a team that throws the ball like that.
No.
You're not.
You don't have deep threats. You have a running back, and, and you may go back to that, but you're right. You can't play catch-up, though. I think the best you can do is just play your game, try to get the scores you can, and see what happens in the fourth quarter. But trying to go for a deep, we get a flag in the play, little chase down, and then tackled there with a shoestring tackle for Simpson, who tried to escape on the far side of the field.
We're going to have holding on this side. And a whole lot of it.
For those of you watch on the go, you can download us at Google Drive or any of the Apple devices just by searching the Oklahoma Sports Network. It's free download.
Wow, chop block.
Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. Still 35-28, making it interesting as Cash coming back with Plainview. So hold the phone. They're down with only 7 in that contest. That's also on Facebook Live. Glad you could join us.
Blocking below the waist against Lawton High.
Lawton High will play Eisenhower for that Love Fest next week here at Cameron Stadium. Macarthur Highlanders will travel for their first true away game to Enid to take on the Plainsmen. We'll have that for you as well. Hardy in the shotgun formation will stand back at his own 5. Little outlet pass to the near side. And then taken down back at the 10. Little flare out to Kobe Nichols.
Well, hey, those passes are a little bit shaky because I'm going to tell you, the Macarthur defense is willing to take a chance here, and they'll try to pick that. They're just saying one of the Lawton High players is shaking up here. They'll let him get off the field.
Well, I think that was Kobe Nichols. Yeah, Kobe's got a little hitch in his giddy up.
Play resumes. It'll be second down.
And it'll be second down and 18, going in the wrong direction for the Lawton High Wolverines. As Hardy have trips on the far side. Counter coming to the near side, and that's read defensively by the Highlanders. Takes him back to about the 10-yard line, another loss of a couple yards.
Just good defense, Eric. I mean, they're swarming to the ball.
Clock continues to roll with 5:35 left to go here in the third.
Tick, 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 tick. Let's go.
Well, they're taking some time. We're not in a hurry either. Not with a 35-7 lead at this point. It was a 14-7 game at the half. Drive by the Highlanders, then a pick 6, and it just unraveled from there.
Dropped it.
As he goes on the far side to throw, and that falls incomplete.
Brings up 4th down.
4th down in a punting situation. 5:08 mark left to go here in this third quarter.
This could get ugly in a hurry. Real
So
ugly.
you've got Montez Edwards and you got Dominic Collins, like you said, a sophomore. He's got a little bit of speed there on the edge. Punting back in his own end zone, goes high into the lights and is going to just go out of bounds. We're going to say right outside the 37-yard line. City rival clash. There is your highlights tonight with Gage Graham and Isaiah Gray. Isaiah Gray putting on a show. Montez Edwards doing his part just like he did last week.
On the 42-yard line. I'm sorry, 37-yard line. First down, Highlanders.
So the Highlanders in command with the score and with the ball inside Wolverine territory right outside the 37-yard line. Graham in the shotgun formation. Handoff to Gray.
Look out.
Oh, man, almost a horse collar. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He will waltz in and score.
There is a flag
dejected Wolverine team, but there is a flag in the play back at the 30. I think this is horse collar or face mask.
Yeah, I think it's on them too.
Yeah, I think this is going to be on them. I think the score will count. We'll see. Yep, personal foul, face mask. Touchdown is good. Touchdown Highlanders to 41-7. And the shocker across the state making a splash in 5A when the scores get repeated against a 6A2 opponent.
Yes. They're thinking Macarthur might be for real.
So the PAT coming up, about time. It's been a little while. Oh, an in-air snap over the head, and that's going to be picked up, and no, that's going to be finally no good. So it leaves the score 41-7, and we'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here's our target. We're shooting azimuth at
All in.
Great drill weekend, everyone. See y'all again next month.
In the Oklahoma Army National Guard, you don't have to choose between civilian and military life.
Well, our scoring recap brought to you by City National Bank, best in state banks according to Forbes 2021. Little 40-yard scamper for Isaiah Gray, making it, well, he had 4 touchdowns last week. Why don't you just keep adding to it? City National Bank, proud supporters of Lawton Athletics for all 3 schools.
Now you remember that now that you've got the penalty.
Yeah, you can assess
you're
that.
Gonna assess it up here, so they're going to kick it from the 45.
The touchdown was good. Face mask, 15 yards. Well, this should just go back in the end zone there for a touchback. Wayne's Drive-In, 2 locations to serve you. West Side Cash Road, Sheridan Road. Let's go to Wayne's. Comanche Home Center is your third quarter sponsor. Helping Lawton and Southwest Oklahoma build and grow since 1967. Comanche Home Center. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line, and this is going to be kicked. Bullet in the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, but you got an offsides penalty.
Well, because you stutter-stepped and you made
your
line go.
Jumpy hop thing. What was that?
Yeah, I mean, and you cost your team that because they're not ready for that. I mean, I know you're a little happy, but you can't. So you back it up and re-kick, right?
Well, sure, they're going to make you kick it again.
Maybe not.
Maybe they're going to take it at the – who knows? Penalties declined. The kicker just did this little thing.
Yeah, a little like a pony dance or something.
I
mean, it's like hop. Yeah, what is that?
I don't know. And I don't think the rest of the team knew either because they're all looking like we're all offsides now. Every one of us.
Yeah.
There's 11 of us out here, and 10
it's
of
a
us have
time
already
thing.
left.
Right.
We don't know what you're doing. It's hilarious.
So Devarius Hardy, stretch play to Simpson on the far side of the field and runs out of real estate as he runs out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. And that will stop the clock.
Brings up second down.
Brings up a 2nd down and 4. Oh, counter. And that's rallied back for a loss.
Well, Lawton High ran into a buzzsaw tonight.
Yeah, they did.
The second half really went haywire.
And the Highlanders really making a statement. It's 34-7 now. Tuttle really taking it to Newcastle. Newcastle after a week hiatus as they spent their 0 week with a win. We'll get some more scores in the network. Hardy, straight back to pass. Oh, a bullet strike, but that was missed with a tackle off to the races. Gets past to midfield inside Highlander territory at the 45-yard line. It's a 35-7 score. Blanchard leads Elgin. Elgin with a great win last week, though, with 55 points over Anadarko, and a great win for them to start week 1. Bryce on the tackle. This could be a water break, so they'll take a break. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Looking for an opportunity to advance in the workplace? Republic Paperboard Company in Lawton, Oklahoma offers competitive wages as well as excellent benefits. Republic is a quality producer of paperboard products used in the manufacturing of gypsum wallboard with advanced technology and a committed staff, and makes them one of the premier paperboard companies in the U.S. using 100% recycled paper fiber. Republic Paper partners with many local organizations to build.
And this whistle dead. They're gonna call timeout. We'll just keep it here. We just come out from a timeout. No, they didn't see. They saw something they didn't like defensively. Yeah, we'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Feet. We use them every day. Working, playing, and usually taking them for granted. If your feet hurt, see the professionals at Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic. They've been serving Southwest Oklahoma for the past 36 years, providing the highest quality care and combining the latest technology with old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. With 3 locations to serve you, Lawton, Duncan, and Altus. Call today or visit us online at swokfoot.com.
Well, sports is our middle name. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network. Glad you could join us. A 41-7 contest here at Cameron as Macarthur leads with 4:02 left to go here in the third quarter. Hardy, delayed quarterback draw. That's where it worked in that third quarter, or the second quarter rather, because, Macarthur's coming off the edge so much, and this is an Achilles heel kind of moment, that you can say, That's really been the detriment. They've just spread you out like that, and then you come pin your ears back, and you go right up the middle for a big run.
Yeah, you'll learn from that. That's a coachable moment, right?
Well, we've seen that a little bit in the second quarter. Oh, our offensive line, he didn't get the cadence. So, 14-12, Midwest City leads Noble. Got several games in the network. We have 10 total. The Carl Albert Del City game should be a good matchup. Carl Albert kind of behind in that. Lawton High with penalties. 65 yards with penalties. Hardy get a new play call with 3:30 left to go. Looking for their second score tonight. Back to pass, flushed out of the pocket. On the move.
Make good tackles.
And gets wrestled back down to about the 16-yard line. Down at the 3-minute mark inside the red zone for the Wolverines. Back to pass.
There ain't nothing there. Somebody, come on, let's go.
Flushed out, on the run, on the move, makes one man miss, another tackle, tries to stretch to the goal line, he'll get to the 1. So he won't score, but he'll get the first and goal, first and 10, or first and goal right outside the 1. With 2:44 left to go in this third quarter. Hardy and company, quarterback keep over center. And still no whistle yet. Oh, wow. We got. I said the ball came out, but they're going to say it's down.
He didn't get in.
No, there's no indication from the officials. So brings up second and goal. Hardy denied on the quarterback draw. Keep.
Well, you know what's coming.
I would say the same thing. Well, you could do the counter with Simpson, but
there it is again.
Right there, and he'll score. Touchdown, Wolverines. So Lawton High gets on the board for the first time since scoring in the very first of this contest. Make it 13 and the PAT coming up. Yeah, we haven't heard that bell since the first quarter.
And that doesn't hurt my feelings at all.
Yeah.
As a former Macarthur player, I'm just telling you, I never want to hear it again.
Yeah. Well, it's been silenced. That bell has been quiet.
It's been very quiet.
PAT coming up.
Maybe they'll go for 2 here.
Looks like they are.
I don't know really why at this point, but.
Well, you're right.
It's way too early for that. I get every point I can get.
So the PAT is going to be a 2-point try conversion. Rolling, looking, throwing on the run, and that is going to be a one-handed catch.
Wow, what a catch.
One-handed catch in the back to make it 2.
There's a flag.
Flag on the play. Illegal shift. Wow.
Wouldn't you know it'd be against them?
And the one-handed snag gets taken away.
And that was what a catch.
I said, man, I got to do that again? Can I do that again? So they'll assess the penalty, back it up for a try. Taking a little bit of time. Coming up with a play here. For the PAT and the 2-point conversion try, number 2. Hardy, back to pass, going to throw. A little one-on-one action, and yes, he'll just get the little pick and in the score for 2 to make it 41-15. So we've got 1:53 left to go in the third. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whether you're building the house of your dreams or just doing a simple remodel, Hard Rock Surfaces would love to help you find top-quality natural stone countertops to fit your style and budget. Give Hard Rock Surfaces a call today for a free estimate.
At Brady's Design Center, we have a large selection of stylish tile, carpet, wood flooring, custom cabinets, furniture, and all kinds of accessories to make your home one of a kind. Give Brady's Design Center a call today for a free estimate.
The Lawton Athletic Foundation would like to thank the following sponsors that helped us raise $60,000 for Lawton Public Schools and their athletic programs.
Yeah, Lawton Athletic Foundation and the Gridiron, over $60,000 raised in that golf tournament, and they want to thank you, Lawton, for your big support and a great tournament turnout. 41-15, Lawton High gets on the board since the first quarter. They led 7-0, trailed 14-7 at the half, and it's now 41-15. Kickoff sponsor brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. Your third quarter sponsor brought to you by Comanche Home Centers, helping Lawton and Southwest Oklahoma build and grow since 1967. Comanche Home Center, got like 3 locations. Downtown like Railroad, West Side, and Elgin. Little squib kick, onside kick, up and down, rolling for it. There's a scrum at the 50-yard line. We'll see who is going to retain this, but yeah, the onside kick was coming. And they'll unpile this. Who's got it? Whistles, let's unpile. Lawton High has got the ball. So the onside kick works, and the Wolverines back in business. But you know what? You've backed them in a corner. They've got to do just what they've done. They score the touchdown, get the 2-point conversion, and now they're going for it.
I mean, what else happened? You're gonna lose?
Yeah. Coach Manning's pointing the other way. Let's go to our sideline reporter. Chris, you got another vantage point that we don't understand what's going on?
Well, from my angle, it looked like Mac came down with it, but I'm not really sure. It was hard to see in the big scrum.
Okay. All right. We're putting you to work, Chris. He's enjoying it. Former player, standout. Saw some pictures on Facebook. They say, the incredible Chris Burke, legend. We're glad that he's on our sidelines. Got some great memories from the Mac folklore. Straight back to set up the screen. Under heavy pressure, gets missed. On the roll, running, throwing, catch. That was an offensive push-off. Cut back, still at his feet at the 10-yard line, and that's engaged the Wolverine fan. Faithful, a flag all the way back at the 45-yard line, and this could be coming back.
It's coming back. Thank goodness.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. Well, and this the thing is.
Illegal receiver downfield. And I kind of thought that because they were about 10 yards downfield when he finally made the throw.
Yeah, because he
set
up the screen, and then it was forget the screen. Now we're going to try to pass deep, but by that time, you sent the crew down the field.
They're already moving.
Yeah. They're not staying for pass blocking.
Linemen have no idea after that.
No. I mean, well, they're not looking back to see where your quarterback's what he's doing.
Keep going.
He thought it was just supposed to be set up for the screen. So, yeah, that was a good call there. Going to march it back at the 45-yard line with 1:36 left to go here in this third quarter. Hardy, little bullet strike. Boy, he's coming with a little bit of flair on that. Little tussle there. Trying to come to the near side of the field. Little pitch and catch to Pene Vasigo. Well, that's a unique name. If I got that wrong, I apologize. I'm sure I did. Hardy. Oh, wow, nice.
Huge hole.
And then Simpson again. Still on his feet, gets down to about the 35-yard line. Makes man miss, and that's what we talked about, his talent and his speed. .48 seconds left to go here in the third. Hardy with a quick resistance. They got a little spring in their step, and that's going to be a handoff, and they should whistle this before Simpson. And this is whistled dead after forward progress negated. But Lawton High has emerged back, fighting back, got the touchdown, got the 2-point conversion, got the onside kick, and they're trying to add and capitalize on that with 19 seconds left to go here in the third. 41-15 your score. Hardy back in the shotgun formation. Straight back to pass. Little bullet strike, and we got a flag in the play.
It's going to be rough in the passer.
It's going to go back over to the far side of the 30-yard line.
There's no reason to hit him there. You just got to stop. The ball had already been thrown.
So roughing the passer is going to add insult to injury to get them in striking distance. You don't want to get them to start believing,
that they can come back and win this game.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what you're doing. Because I think one time emotionally when you take your foot off the gas, and I'm not saying Macarthur's necessarily done that, but when you're in high school, that can happen rather fast. When you see the score, they may not get this. This is the last snap of the third quarter. Counter, Simpson going to the far side of the field and gets rustled out of the 10-yard line. That's going to end our third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, 41-15, Macarthur leads. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Welcome back to Cameron Stadium. We are now in the fourth and final period of this contest. The fourth quarter is brought to you by Valar Physical Therapy, voted best physical therapy by the Daily Oklahoman year after year. Recover from injury and maximize physical potential. Valar Physical Therapy, there's one near you. So 12 on the board to give us our fourth and final period, 41-15, and the Highlanders lead. But now, Wolverines with a little pep in their step and a little bit of momentum on their side. Handoff goes down to about the 6-yard line.
Handoff to Devin Simpson.
So Simpson again, the carrier. If you're the Highlanders, run clock run, right?
You need a big play here. You need
Wolverines are still fighting, and that's that's the scary thing. You've backed them up in a corner.
There's the
Here
play
they
you
come.
make. Oh, you
Counter.
have him. You got him.
Oh, there it is.
Good job.
Simpson was off for a score, as you could see.
Now it brings up fourth down.
Brings up fourth and short.
You hold him right here, and you really got him.
Yeah, like right here. Oh, he thought he was going to skirt away, and then he would have pranced in the end zone, too. First Baptist East instant replay.
Mr. Love kind of helped finish that off, number 22.
Well, already 1 minute has eclipsed from the fourth and final period. We're down under 11 minutes. Fourth down. Quarterback keeper, skirts away from one, but then gets tackled at about the 2-yard line, and that will be a turnover on downs.
No, I think that's a first down.
Oh, he did. It was 4th and 1. That's all he needed was the 1. I apologize. So it will be 1st and goal. So you got to do it again, guys. 4 more times. You got to keep them out of the end zone. Right outside the 3-yard line, 1st and goal.
That's
Simpson.
the hit you wanted.
And that's the big stop.
That's what we needed to play ago.
Hardy to Simpson, and there's a stop. But the only thing is you got to line up and do it again. Good on the First Baptist East instant replay. So it brings up a 2nd down and goal right outside the 5. Hardy.
Oh, you got him.
You thought you had him, and he still takes him about the 2, and he's pushing, and then they finally whistle. Helmets come off, flags fly. Or is that a towel? No, that is a flag.
That's a helmet, too.
Helmet, flag, white cap in the center of it all. We'll sort this one out. Face mask against Highland.
That'll give him a 1st and goal.
Preliminary signal is face mask.
Half the distance to the goal. Gives him about 2 yards, I guess.
Yeah, but it's.
Don't get sloppy here.
Yeah.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down and goal right outside the 1. Hardy keeper, think?
I'm thinking
quarterback
Hardy or Simpson.
He's under center. He does. Just waits, and he will cross and score. Touchdown Wolverines. So just like that, Wolverines, who are kept only 7 points, fighting hard, clawing their way back to making it a 20-point contest with the PAT coming up.
They're going to go for 2.
Oh, yeah, they're going to go for 2 again. So hold the phone if you thought this was over and called it quits for the night. And you think an onside kick coming up again. Going for 2.
Good job.
And taken down, and that is going to be no good on the 2-point try to keep it a 20-point contest. 41-21, Big Mac. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network. All right, back here at Cameron Stadium. 9:42 remaining in this one from your Villar Physical Therapy fourth quarter. 41-21 Big Mac with 9:42. It's back-to-back touchdowns for Lawton High with a touchdown drive, 2-point conversion, and then the onside kick. Another score, misses the 2-point, and we're at 41-21. Kickoff sponsor brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In. Everyone, let's go to Wayne's. Ball teed up on the 40-yard line on the far hash. Looking for the onside kick once again. Nope, they're going to go deep on this one. And it's going to go in the end zone for a touchback. Now this is where the Macarthur Highlanders, a little bit of Isaiah Gray, handoff. Even Bush if you have to.
Just got to get back to your game and move the ball.
48-13, Eisenhower over the Altus Bulldogs. I don't think that's a final yet, is it? No, still in the fourth quarter. So Eisenhower will go 1-1 on the season, and they'll come back to face the Lawton High Wolverines next week. 45-20, Del City leading Carl Albert. It's kind of a shock to see Carl Albert lose back-to-back games. Losing Midwest City last week. Del City, they have lost in the city rivalries. Still 14-12, Midwest City leads Noble. These are all on the Oklahoma Sports Network. You can bounce around and catch those games. Yes, it is a handoff to Isaiah Gray. Makes one man miss, go on the far side of the field. He'll get a pickup of 1st and 10 right outside the 31-yard line.
That's exactly what you got to do. He just lowers his head and gets that first down. Gets about 12 yards on that carry.
35-7, Tuttle lead. That's a final over Newcastle. (35-7) Blanchard over Elgin. Another handoff. Isaiah Gray makes one man miss. It'll spin move. The ball comes out at the 35-yard line. Wolverines claim that they have it, and they do. So the worst kind of a turnover. I know you're trying to get something going, but momentum has shifted all back to the Lawton High Wolverines. 42-28, Plainview over Cache. And just like that, the Wolverines, who are down 41-7, get a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, an onside kick with a touchdown, and now a fumble recovery. And this brings the Macarthur Highlander defense back out on the field. So hold the phone. 9:16 remaining in this one. And the Wolverines have a new, fresh pep in their step. And why not? Back-to-back scores and turnovers. It's going to be a halfback pass. Wide open. It's caught and then dropped. That was 6, and everybody in the stands knew it. And poor Jamal Hurd, the senior, just dropped it. That was the game changer to go just like that. And Breeze called it up great. A halfback pass to get the Macarthur defense sleeping. napping downfield. And Breeze is pulling out every trick in the book of his play calls. Back to work. Hardy, counter, Simpson, far side. Goes down to about the 30-yard line. That's what I said. I think we emotionally took the foot off the gas. Thought 41-7, it was done, pack it in, and then all of a sudden the Wolverines come clawing back.
Well, you know they're going to be in 2-down territory no matter what. So you need a big play here.
Yeah.
You need some little magic here.
3rd down and 5, right outside the Highlander 30-yard line after the fumble from Isaiah Gray. Hardy.
Hands up.
Pass, catch.
Ball's out.
The ball comes out, skirts out, and the Highlanders will recover it right outside the 15-yard line. And that's what Macarthur needed.
That's a little what I call for. Little of that Macarthur magic. Little Mac magic.
Well, we needed
Thank
it just
goodness.
in the right time.
We more than needed it.
So back-to-back turnovers and drives, secessions for the Wolverines, and now the Highlanders. Now ball control, time, clock.
Hang on to the ball.
Yeah.
Can't stress that enough.
Gray will survey the defense. Handoff to Gray. Got a flag in the play as he gets to the far sweeping side. Still no whistle. Gets to the 20 and then pushes up to about the 21, 22-yard line. And we'll sort out what this flag is.
Pretty good idea there's going to be some holding because usually what comes from that side. We're going to spend the next 8 minutes with flags.
No.
Holding against Macarthur's preliminary signal.
So it's a 20-point Highlander lead. It was 14-7 at the half. And the Wolverines took it on the chin in the third quarter to make it 41-7, and they come roaring back with a touchdown, 2-point conversion, an onside kick, gets another score, misses the 2-point, makes it 41-21, gets another turnover, but then the Highlanders get a turnover right back. It's Gray hands off, or Gage Graham to Gray with a handoff.
Oh, good run.
Runs out of the far side. I would have stayed in bounds, though. Ran out of bounds out of real estate to pick up some of the negative yards. Brings up a 2nd down and about 8.
I think Mr. Bush is in the backfield right now.
It's good to have that. Need it. And he's got a little spurt and a step to the 20. 25-30. He's chased down from behind. And Devin Bush gets up to about the 33-yard line.
I'm going to let him carry the rock for a little bit.
I like that.
But it's a different pace,
See
a different kind of runner.
Yeah. Heavier, thicker. Devin Bush on the carry. 1st down marker. Move the chains. Clock rolls with 7:48 left to go here in this contest.
Yeah, and here we're going to play keep away.
1st down.
And 1st downs. I'll get you one.
So a little bit of mix-up offensively. We're going to have to call timeout because no one was ready. Coach Manning not happy with that. They had to burn a timeout here and weren't ready. So as they take a timeout, we'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages. The food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Welcome back to Cameron Stadium. We're in the fourth and final period, 41-21 with 7:28 left to go in this contest. Another Bush run. Your Villar physical therapy fourth quarter. Hands connected, tight, and Devin Bush takes it all the way up to about the 38-yard line.
Good job. Just a different pace.
Yeah.
Runs downhill, runs right at you, has speed, can get outside if he needs to.
Well, and that gives Gray a little breather, and Gage Graham back in it with a hand clap and a new play call from the sidelines. Gray next to Gage's right. Handoff.
He slips forward for about 3 yards when I thought he wasn't going to get a yard.
Gets right up to about the 41-yard line. That brings up a third down and about 3. Right? Third down and a couple.
If it's me, Bush is coming back in.
I would bring Bush. Bring that factor, but he's not going back in right now. Gage Graham. There it is.
First down.
Gray on the second effort.
They're going to call him short, I think.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. They marked it short. Wow. Very interesting. I thought he had enough. It's real close.
Bring Bush out here and let's go for it.
Bush is in.
That's what I'm doing.
And they are.
I'm coming. I'm not going to give you a chance to come back.
That's right. Fourth down. Gutsy call here. They're going to stack the line. Gage Graham will have Devin Bush to his left. Hand clap. Bush. He gets it and then some. Off to the race to the 50. Cross midfield. Great call on a 4th and 1. And the Bush factor gets you inside Wolverine territory.
That's exactly what we need to do.
Well, you called it right. No punt here. Well, you don't want to give them the momentum.
If I punt there, they win. At least they win what they think the battle was at that point.
Right. And you don't want to keep adding those little wins together to make something special. Being down 41-7 makes it interesting. 41-21. Clock is the factor now at the 5-minute mark. Handoff. And then we got another coming in. I think this is.
I think that's 28.
Is that Millette? Yeah.
That's 28.
Fontaine Millette. And that's good because you got Gray and they're all different runners. And Bush. So then they're ready for the heavy package. Then you get something else. They'll run the clock. So they got 4:40 with the 20 seconds on the play clock. And Larry Hatch has struck up the chicken dance. You can hear that. Graham. Oh, Fontaine hitting the back field, and Isaiah Gray will come back in. Lost yards to make it about a 3rd down and 9 with 4:16 left to go in this contest.
Fontaine Mullet.
Don't forget, we've got all the scores from the area on our final score. That will be up on our Facebook page and on the network. So no having to worry about waking up the next morning to find out where is my scores. You can find it right on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Gage Graham in the shotgun formation. Handoff to Gray. Waits on a couple of blocks. Slashes his way down to about the
now you'll see Lawton High call a
44-yard line.
I think Lawton High call a timeout.
Well, they have all 3, so.
Yeah, I'd call it right here.
Timeout.
So Lawton High will call a timeout, and we'll take it with them. You're watching Big Mac football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Becker Raybon Funeral Home has been serving the funeral needs of Southwest Oklahoma since 1940 and is owned by the Raybon family. We believe family ownership makes a great difference in the care and service your family receives. Their staff is eager to find ways to assist you. Whether it's with live streaming or benefit assistance, we can help. When it comes to measuring personal levels of service, there are other funeral homes. And then there is ours, Becker Raybon Funeral Home, 1502 Fort Sill Boulevard.
Welcome back to Cameron Stadium. 41-21. Mac with the lead in your Villar Physical Therapy fourth quarter. And Macarthur going to have to punt this one away. So before Bush got you the first down, and Lawton High had to call a timeout, and they'll try to get the ball back. They're coming with heavy pressure. Gets this one booted away, high into the lights. Going to bounce at the 20 and go out of bounds.
It's all right.
At about the 19.
It's all right. They're 82 yards away from pay dirt, so make them earn it.
Yeah, nothing big flashy. Well,
No.
They tried that with a halfback pass that was dropped. That was 6 points. Fortunately for Macarthur and their fans, as their heart went right in their throat when that was thrown, because he was wide open. I looked down, and there he was streaking all by himself, and you know that senior knew it. Oh, didn't feel good about that, huh? So let's see what Coach Breeze and company has dialed up. Under quarterback Hardy.
You better believe it's going to be a doozy.
The junior. Simpson in the backfield.
Got more people coming.
And he'll go under center. Straight back to pass, looking downfield. Flushed out of the
Good
pocket,
job,
on the
good
run,
job,
and
good
then
job.
taken down.
That's good. Stay home. Make him earn it.
Hardy gets right back to the original line of scrimmage. And the clock continues to roll. Under the 3-minute mark coming up. 20-point Big Mac lead, 41-21. Trying to win a city championship. Lawton High has won 4 straight over Mac. Trying to change that tonight. Straight back to pass. Looking downfield.
Got him.
Still in the pocket. No, comes out. Wrestles. Getting receivers to go downfield. Decides to tuck and run and go out of bounds. Gets clipped right there at the 35-yard line. He'll pick up a 1st and 10, move the chains. But the other thing is, clock is a major factor for the Wolverines, who have 2 timeouts left in this contest. And they hurry quickly to the line. Hardy.
Boy, we had him dead to rights.
Hardy going to be under center. Straight back to pass, little outlet, flare, dropped it. In and out of the hands. Trying to go to Penye Vicengo.
That sounds good to me.
And that stops the clock with the incomplete pass with 2:36 left to go. And Mac, I'll have to go back and look last time when the Macarthur Highlanders started the season off 2-0. So you know that they had to have beaten Eisenhower and Lawton High to get there. 5 years ago, I was told. Trips on the far side.
Stay in the hole.
Hand out
Good
to
job.
Simpson, and he gets pushed back after forward progress gets him up to about the 36-yard line with 2:26 remaining in this contest.
I want to remind the fans to be
Oh.
after the game, please stay off the field.
So Nathan Jones, the ball carrier for the Wolverines. Straight back to pass. Stands in the pocket, flushed out on the run.
Coming heavy here. You're in trouble.
And then,
Ball's
the
out.
ball comes out, and it's going to be fielded. Yes.
That's it. Mac
Before
ball.
they go out of the bounds at the 45-yard line, and that should about end it.
Hey, the fat lady's warming up. She's starting to sing. That was that. That's that. They have 2 timeouts left. It's a good job.
I think we have won as the chant from, and I guess they're in a Wolverine hunt because they're all in camo.
Yeah, they're in camo. Look at the Wolverine hunt. That was this.
Caleb zoomed back a little bit to get a little bit of that. Yep, a little bit of the action.
Oh.
And just another away from one and then two. And Isaiah Gray still playing.
Watch this again. I mean,
gets right out the 30-yard line.
He almost breaks both his own ankles. Watch.
Right here. Whoop. Oh, and then stays with the momentum. And he doesn't fall down.
Wow, what a run. Good
Isaiah
job.
Gray. A man among boys.
The clock's still running.
Yeah, 1:42.
And we ain't stabbing this for another 20 seconds.
That's true. I think even Coach Breeze will, as Montez Edwards comes in, he'll go back to the far side of the field. Hand clap. We got a new quarterback
Number
in,
15.
by the way, by the Highlanders. That should be Braden Brown, and it is. Braden Brown is also punting. He's the JV quarterback. He had a great season as a freshman last year. Didn't really get out to see a JV game yet, but he is in the weights. The only thing is, Gage Graham is just a junior.
He's got
another season coming up. But you know what? Next man up. You got to be ready. Injuries, all kinds of things happen. So he's getting seasoned in a great game right here with 48 seconds left to go. And a city championship. Going to bring the Generals Trophy back to the east side. 39 seconds remaining. And the Wolverines will go down in defeat and go 1-1 in the season. The Macarthur Highlanders will go 2-0 in the season and a city championship. And they won't have to snap it because it's 26 on the play clock, 23 on the official clock, and there's some handshaking already. And we'll line up at the 50-yard line. We'll get coaches' comments. We'll also have our player of the game that we'll have to decide, Jay. It's brought to you by FNB and First National Bank with 2 locations in Lawton. And we'll talk about that, give you an indication.
Coach got a
little bath there, huh?
Yeah.
Gatorade bath because you just defeated city foes. The Lawton High Wolverines, 41-21. It is a final in the books here at Cameron Stadium. And we'll be back to wrap things up right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Miller and Noble Heating and Air Conditioning, we take pride in our quality air conditioner and heater repair and replacement services, as well as providing the highest customer satisfaction. Bill Miller and Noble Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving Lawton and the surrounding area for over 25 years. We have the knowledge, equipment, and trained technicians to take care of all your heating and cooling needs. Give us a call. Bill Miller and Noble Heating and Air, 355-1811.
Bridges and Buckner Dentistry at 1802 North.
We come from different backgrounds with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
Back here at Cameron Stadium, a very excited Brett Manning city champion. And let's go down to Chris Burke, our sideline reporter, who's got Coach standing by.
Coach, what can you say about your defense tonight? They played great.
Yeah, defense was unbelievable. They, they kept us in the game in the first half when the offense wasn't playing well. Offense got a little bit going, and then we get the pick six, and the defense and special teams were big for us too. A touchdown on kickoff in the first half, and then a punt return to the one. So it was a complete game. It took the offense a little bit of time to get going, but we finally did.
What do you have to say about Isaiah Gray? It must be great coaching a talent like him.
Yeah, he's a good kid. Seems like he's been here forever. He was playing as a freshman, so he's a good kid, good player, and I'm glad we have him.
Well, Coach, you brought the city championship back to the East Side for the first time in a while. Thank you, Coach.
It's been a while.
Congratulations.
Good. Thank you.
All right, so the General's Trophy, and that's Coach Manning. He'll go get to celebrate, and there will be a long night tonight. They'll be partying and not much sleep until they have to regroup and try to break down film from Enid. But they will play around with this. Let's give you your player of the game announcement from FNB with 2 locations in Lawton, specializing in small and mid-market lending and providing the best banking services to our customers. It's FNB. And with no doubt, we just talked about it, Coach talked about it, we are going to go with the running back, 6 foot, 165-pound senior, number 4, Isaiah Gray. Had 4 touchdowns last week. We can even put this up. This is what he had to display last week, Jay. He had 25 carries for 159 yards, averaging 6.4 yards a carry and 4 touchdowns. That was last week. And now a punt return, 97-yard touchdown run. And like you said, almost busted his ankles to keep the ball alive, to keep the drive alive, to carry out this contest to finish it.
As Coach said, he's one heck of a player, and hey, I'm glad too he's on our side. I don't want to face that.
Well, I know, and they'll be game planning against that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of games on the network. We appreciate it. Hey, don't forget our scoreboard show of at least all the scores that will be listed. For the final score will be posted on our Facebook page and our website by about 11 o'clock tonight. And then also will be first thing in the morning that you'll have that. Our coaches show at JD's Hideaway. That's each and every Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Come join us live because it's an area coaches show. We've got all 3 Lawton schools plus Cash and Elgin, and then we'll have all of those updates as well. So city championship comebacks to the east side. It's 41-21 the final. Big Mac over Lawton High. You have been watching a great presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network. For JW, for Caleb on the camera, for Jay Burke, for Chris Burke, this is Eric Sherm bidding you a pleasant good evening. We'll see you next Friday up in Enid. Macarthur goes to 2-0 with a big win over Lawton High tonight.
Boomer.
Sooner. You've been watching the Oklahoma Sports Network.